Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are on the campus of South Columbus High School as the East Columbus Gators take a trip down 701 to take on South Columbus. Once again, this is Kevin Tillman with Brett Burris and the great folks at CCCA, Rod Likens, Nikki Hobbs, Kelly Jones, and the crew, and the great students. Once again, bringing you Friday night basketball tonight. East Columbus and South Columbus, Brett. Tale of two different games, four different teams. Let's talk about the girls' game to start with. East Columbus, right in the thick of things in the Mid-East Conference, right about middle of the pack. South Columbus still struggling to find themselves a bit this year. On paper, this looks like a mismatch. But as we learned last week, when it's cross-county rivals, anything can happen.
Yeah, well, South Columbus again at home tonight, and that's probably going to give them about 10 points on the board. Just South Columbus wants to come out and get started quick. They don't want to come out and be flat. They want to come out and take it to them and try to get points on the board early. And East Columbus is. I was talking to Coach Ravenel earlier. He's going to put pressure on South Columbus and try to score off turnovers.
I think East Columbus has been known they really do love to push the ball. Alana Deal, fantastic guard, really pushes the ball at the floor. I think the key is going to be which team gets the other to play their game tonight.
Yeah, East Columbus is going to push the ball up the court. They traditionally always have good guards. Back when I coached, really good guards, and they put pressure on you and push the ball up the court, and it's going to be how South Columbus adjusts to that pressure. I'm sure Coach Storms all week has worked on pressure and tried to, find ways to deal with the full court press.
And this is something that, well scouted. We watched last week. South Columbus really struggled against that press against West Columbus.
Yeah, and I asked Storms about that, and she said that's one thing they're going to work on hard this week. So we'll see what happens.
At this time, we'll take a quick break for the presentation of colors and the national anthem.
JROTC color guard. On right weapon, Cadet Kim. U.S. flag, color guard commander, Cadet Betts. State flag, Cadet Clay. And left weapon, Cadet Jeffers. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove all headgear for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so
Okay, once again, we are back for tonight's game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's now time for our starting lineup.
High School. Tonight's game to visit the East Columbus Gators. Starting lineup for the Gators, number 10, Tia Campbell.
Starting at guard for the Gators, number 10, Tia Campbell.
Number 14,
Shaniqua Watson.
Number 24,
Hope Freeman.
Number 12,
Ariana Daniels.
And number 5, Rosalind Harper. And now for the Lady Stallions. Starting at guard, double knock junior, Allison Butler. Another guard, a senior, number 15, Carson Powell. Starting for South Columbus. Number 32, another guard, a senior, Allison Butler, Carson Powell, Danica Johnson. Number 35, a senior, playing guard tonight, Maggie Butler. 35, Maggie Butler checks in. Forward, number 54, a junior, Natalie And number 4, Natalie McClure. Looks like South Columbus going with a size lineup to start with, trying to combat some of that speed, maybe get some extra rebounds underneath. Every extra basket, if you're South Columbus, is going to be gold tonight, because we know East Columbus can score points. They can score points in a hurry.
Yeah, Kayla Turnbull on the bench. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure she'll probably be on the floor pretty quick. We have South Columbus alum Eddie Ravenel coaching for East Columbus, so I'm sure he's very excited about coming back to South Columbus for the first time.
Now, these two teams have played twice before this season, haven't they?
Yes, sir. They played the regular season first round, and then they played again in the Christmas tournament.
I believe East Columbus took the measure of both of those. I think the first time was 38-29, and the second time was 37-24.
Yeah, very hard-fought game.
East Columbus controls the tip, looks to bring the ball up.
Now look for East Columbus to dribble penetrate. That's why Coach Storm said she was going to try to stop dribble penetration. Let's see if she works on that.
Ball kicked back up to the top of the key. Three-point shot missed. Rebounded by South Columbus. Looks to push the ball in the person of Maggie Butler. Sorry, Allison Butler. Quick interception by East Columbus. Brings the ball back up. Ball kicked to the corner. Jump shot off the rack. Once again, South with the rebound.
East Columbus going to get the ball up the court quick. They're going to look to score quick.
I think if you're South Columbus, you really got to be careful with throwing the ball away. You really got to maybe play with the pace of the offense and try not to get into a run and gun game.
They tried to go to the big man twice there, and 2 turnovers trying to put it to the high post. So they need to work on the passing lanes a little bit and settle down.
As you talked about, East Columbus trying to really jack up points in a hurry and get that dribble penetration. Haven't let it fall.
And 3rd turnover on to the low post. So.
Once again, East Columbus looking to dribble penetrate.
There it is.
And Tia Campbell shot up and missed. She tries to go back up, and she is fouled.
Yeah, that's what Coach Storm was worried about, dribble penetration by number 10. She informed me number 10 was the girl she was going to try to stop off the bat. So we'll focus on number 10 and see what kind of game she's got tonight.
Campbell, a senior guard, always looks to push the ball up. Generally is around the basket. She's a hustle ball player. One of those ball players you used to love to coach.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to have those kind.
Campbell misses the first.
Free throws are going to be big here. I can imagine there's going to be a lot of fouls in this game. So what team can get some free throws may come out on top.
Campbell hits the second. Our score 1-0, 6:44 to go in the first quarter. South was trying to break the press. Quick foul.
South Columbus seemed to be pretty patient on that. They knew the press was coming, so that they should be ready for it. We'll see if practice paid off.
Fouls on number 24, Hope Freeman. South Columbus with possession. Maggie Butler bringing the ball up the floor. Kicks it down to Carson Powell. Butler with the ball back at the top of the key.
Looks like East Columbus is in a 1-3-1 defense. They're extending out a little bit, but looks like the zone defense tonight for them.
Carson Powell tried to force that pass in and just came in and out.
That's where you want to beat the 1-3-1 is on the baseline. If they can get the shot going there, that's going to hurt that 1-3-1 defense.
Maggie Butler with a quick jumper, and East Columbus with possession. East Columbus jumpers runs off, and we got a travel call. Once again, though, East Columbus getting extra shots underneath the basket. If you're Megan Storms, you really got to start talking to your rebounders, I think.
Yeah, we'll need to block out a little bit better. I'm sure she's addressed that.
McClure passes the ball over to Carson Powell. Gets the ball up the floor. Shots blocked. Scrum for the ball. Tried out with the ball. Number 14, Shaniqua Watson, thinks better of driving the lane, but we have a quick foul.
That was good defense by Carson Powell. Put her hand straight up, let the girl come to her. Girl didn't have anywhere to go and had to dish the ball out.
Once again, Campbell to the line. Campbell seems to be always around the ball, doesn't she?
She's their go-to girl, and she's going to be there, and she wants the ball in her hands.
Campbell hits the first. Tie score, 5:33 to go, 2-2.
Look for East Columbus to put some pressure if they make the free throw. They'll probably get back on defense on a miss.
She hits both ends, and we have a 3-2 score. South Columbus inbounding the ball against that press. Maggie Butler with the ball, up the ball to Carson Powell. Powell trying to push the ball up, gets trapped in the corner once again. Ball tied up, and we have possession. Arrow stays with South Columbus.
South Columbus did a good job of reversing the ball on that full court press, and that's going to help them out. They just need to come up, break the press, and then set up instead of going down to the corner.
I like the aggressiveness of Carson Powell, but she does seem to get trapped in that corner.
Yeah. I call it the coffin corner.
Butler outlets. Jump shot missed. Carson Powell, the jump shot, just hits Twine. Unfortunately, just not in the basket. Here we are at 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. South Columbus short, score 3-2. Ball kicked around by East.
Looks like Turpin's coming to the score table. Look like Turpin's coming into the game.
South Columbus a little discombobulated there. Both girls going for the same rebound, and we have a travel call with an East Columbus possession. I think it's important to get Turpinville in the ball game at this point. You really need another ball handler.
Yeah, she's going to come in and hopefully give them a spark. That's what they want.
Deep three.
Nice.
Number 24, Hope Freeman.
Nice designed out of bounds play by Coach Ravenel.
Steal by East Columbus and a bucket. Once again, that's Tia Campbell once again around the basket. Campbell with a quick layup off the steal, and we have a 10-2 score. Shaniqua Watson with the ball up. Jumper's no good. Rebound by East Columbus. Right back up. Megan Storms gets a big timeout at this point.
Yeah, she's not happy with her girls trying to break that press there. They tried to go too fast trying to break the press there instead of using the pass. They tried to dribble through it, and she does not want that to happen.
All righty, 4:13 to go, first quarter. East Columbus up 12-2. We're going to take time to recognize some of our great sponsors here on 89.9 WZCO.
And commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations. A complete list of locations, products, and services can be found at blackstire.com. In Whiteville, Black's Tire and Auto Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0229.
Back to the score, 12-2. East Columbus over South with a About 4:18 to go in the first quarter. South still trying to break that pass, dribble the ball up the sideline.
In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black
South tries the right side, no good.
Transmission and
East Columbus on a 12-0 run here.
Automotive maintenance is also available
East
at
Columbus
any
will
of
push
the
the ball up like we
37
talked
Blacks
about.
North and South
Smart
Carolina
play by
locations.
Carson Powell takes the offensive foul.
There's another one of them drinks in the book right there with an offensive foul. Good charge.
Something that's not
Blackstar
talked about a lot.
Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0.
Okay, with South Columbus bring the ball up the court. Kayla Tuberville's checking both sides of the court. Kicks the ball over to Nell and Butler. Back up to Tuberville. Tuberville over to Carson Powell. Powell looking over the offense. Back to Kayla Tuberville. Jump shot off the rim, no good, and it will be East Columbus possession.
Well, they did a good job breaking the press there and did get into their offensive set and got the shot that they wanted, but it just didn't go in for them.
But I think they had the right idea that time. Work the offense, work both sides, and run through the flow of your offense. Hope Freeman's jumper no good. Rebounded by Carson Powell. Pushes the ball up. Powell thinks better of it. Both girls scrumming for the ball on the ground. Kayla Tuberville with the ball. Tuberville brings the ball over to the right side of the court. Kicks it to Natalie Butler.
They're having a tough time with that entry pass to the low post tonight. I don't know if it's the bad pass or the hands aren't ready, but they're looking to go to that high post on these girls.
Possession out of bounds will go to East Columbus. East Columbus with wholesale substitutions. Here we are, 12-2, 2:57 to go first quarter. East Columbus in the lead.
Looks like South Columbus is in a 1-2-2 maybe matchup man.
Really trying, like you said, to stop that dribble penetration. Entry pass intercepted by South Columbus, and we have a held possession. This time possession will go to East Columbus.
It quite possibly may be a box and one on number 10. We may need to watch that. We'll see if number 10 can get free from this man.
Long lob on the inbound. Tia Campbell up. Misses the jumper, but she is fouled. This would mark the third trip in the first quarter alone for Tia Campbell to the free throw line, and she's about 3 for 4 at this point.
Well, anytime you dribble penetrate, if you start going in and swinging at the ball, they're going to call fouls, and she's going to go to the line, and she most of the time is going to count them.
That's your senior leadership there, knowing to go to the basket, initiate contact, and get the hoop and the harm. Campbell hits the first. 13-2 our score.
I used to play boxing one on a lot of players, and we did not want that one player to get the ball in the hand, so we just took her out of the game. That's what Coach Storms wants to do here, is take her out of the game.
Campbell misses the second scrum on the ground for the rebound, covered by East Columbus. Poe Freeman with the jumper in and out. Until again, another jumper in and out. South Columbus with the rebound, looking to outlet. Ball kicked over to Carson Powell.
East Columbus being really aggressive on the boards tonight.
Nice entry pass. The layup didn't fall, but that's decent possession for South Columbus. .25 Atlanta Deal really looking to push the ball, just lost control of the ball.
I think it was knocked out by a South Columbus player, or so the officials say.
I'm sure Megan Storm kind of disagrees.
I think she did, Mr. Toman.
Number 54, Navia Cromart again.
Same out of bounds play as last time. Hitting it from the side. South Columbus has got to cover that.
Tia Campbell with the jumper.
I call that a stack play out of bounds.
South Columbus trying to push the ball underneath, intercepted once again. Tia Campbell brings the ball up, looks over the offense, kicks the ball up to the top of the key. Jump shot by number 22, Diamond Porter, no good. South with a rebound, brings the ball up. Carson Powell tries to dribble the ball up. Jump shot blocked, recovered by East Columbus. East Columbus outlets to Tia Campbell. She is fouled, and she'll go back to the line. No, they're calling Tia Campbell the offensive foul. Tia Campbell turned around, looked at the official, said, "Who, me?"
I'm assuming that she was throwing some elbows there as she went up. That's the only thing I could probably figure out there. But Nonchalant did a great job playing defense. Got her hands up like she was taught to do.
Minute 20 to go in the first quarter. East Columbus with a 15-2 lead. Carson Powell jogging the ball up for South Columbus. Powell looking over, kicks over to the left side. Kayla Turville with the jumper, misses. Rebounded by South. Ball kicked back up to number 12, Nonchalant Hemingway. Kayla Turville tries the right side once again, throws up a three. Rebound by South, but she's on the ground. And looks like it's going to be a South Columbus possession. South Columbus really struggling to get the ball in that low post right now, Brett. Ball kicked over to the corner. Turbo with a jump shot. She is hacked in the act, and she'll take the line. First time to the free throw line tonight for South Columbus. I mean, they're really trying to push the ball underneath, but they're just really struggling to find the inside game.
Yeah, the passing lanes don't seem to be there, and at least South Columbus is going to the line to maybe get 2 freebies here. This will break the drought of a 15-0 run.
Taylor Tuberville misses the first.
South Columbus struggling to break this run here. We'll see if this one free throw can break it.
Momentum playing a big factor in high school basketball. Tuberville hits the second. Our score 15-3 East Columbus, 45.2 to go in the first quarter.
South Columbus just going to have to sit back and play good defense and get some turnovers, and hopefully they can dig back into this game a little bit.
Rare mistake by East Columbus on the pass. Looks like the two girls just weren't communicating. Ball goes out of bounds. South Columbus takes over.
Good thing about this, South Columbus has the ability to set up a little bit in a half-court offense when they throw the ball out of bounds.
Powell with the ball, kicks back to Kayla Tuberville. Kicks the ball down underneath to Allison Butler. Back across court to Tuberville.
East Columbus still in the 1-3-1 zone. That needs to be beat on that baseline. We'll see if Storms goes to that baseline trying to beat that 1-3-1.
Butler tries the middle, kicks back to Tuberville. Jump shot good. This will be the last few seconds of the first quarter. Shot no good, and we have a 15-5 score. At the end of one, East Columbus leading. We're going to take a few moments to recognize some of our great sponsors. Some of the great folks to bring you high school basketball here each and every week on 89.9 WZCO.
South Madison Street, 317-0229. Cape Fear Propane serves both commercial and residential customers. Their technicians install propane tanks and gas logs. They check for leaks and convert home appliances to propane. Cape Fear Propane provides an automatic delivery option and payment programs. In Whiteville, Cape Fear Propane is located at 140 Bitmore Road next to Black's Tire corporate office. More details.
Okay, we are back, Brett. South Columbus right now on the short end of a 15-5 score. If you're Megan Storms, you're in that huddle. What are you telling them?
Well, there's some positives to take out of that. We did. South Columbus did go on a 3-0 run there at the end of the first quarter, which gives them a little bit of positive. She's just saying, hey, that when they score, we can go set up. But when they run the fast break, we've got to stop that dribble penetration on number 10.
Absolutely. Tia Campbell also a big factor in that first quarter, getting not only to the line but really playing that drive penetration game that East Columbus likes to play.
I think South Columbus is backed into a 3-2 zone, and the 3-2 is designed to cut back on the three-point shot. So we'll see what happens there.
Jump shot up and no good by Freeman. Once again, scrum underneath for the rebound. Out of bounds on East Columbus will be South Columbus possession.
Well, as we talked about earlier, South Columbus just got to get a turnover or a missed shot just to get back in it, in each possession.
Well, back to the corner. Trapped by East Columbus. I'll tell you, Donica Johnson got trapped and she didn't know what to do with the ball. Once again, multiple rebounds by East Columbus, and it's not sure the score. I do apologize. Quick East Columbus foul.
Look for East Columbus to press as soon as they score. If they miss, they get back in that 1-3-1.
If you're East Columbus, obviously you want South Columbus to prove to you they can break that press before you take it off.
Oh yeah, I mean all night long.
Carson Powell up the top of the court. Kick back to Allison Butler. Butler's jumper up and no good. Rebounded by South Columbus in the person of number 54, Natalie McClure. Quick up jumper for two. 6:46 to go, second quarter. East Columbus leading 17-7. Once again, Tia Campbell to the top. Correction, that's Shaniqua Watson. Jump shot up and no good. South Columbus smartly slowing the ball down, making East Columbus play their game.
South Columbus played the defense they need to play. They stopped the dribble penetration. The dribbler was out of control and he lost the ball.
Great offense by South Columbus. Maggie Butler really got the benefit of a couple of really sharp passes. Took the shot from about the foul line, up and good.
Well, the game's going in South Columbus's favor a little bit right now. We'll see what Coach Eddie Ravenel does to try to change that.
I think they've gotten a little bit away from that dribble penetration game. Looking to shoot those, those long jumpers. Jumper up by no good. Once again on the rebound, we have an over the back call.
Carson Powell doing a great job blocking out there and getting the call.
Ariana Daniels getting frustrated, getting blocked out. Over the back end is South Columbus possession. 5:46 to go, second quarter. East Columbus up 17-9. South on a bit of a run at this point.
I think East Columbus has double the amount of rebounds that South Columbus has at the time. I'm sure that's going to be an item of focus in the locker room for Coach Storms.
Carson Powell kicks the ball over to Maggie Butler. Butler up with a jump shot, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus.
South Columbus not getting any second chance shots. Each shot, if it's missed, East Columbus is going and getting a rebound.
Ball back up to the top of the key. Diamond Porter with the ball for East Columbus. South Columbus a little too much hands in the person of number 10, Christy Wilson.
Yeah, number 24 for East Columbus had a quick first step there, and it got by Miss Butler there, and she had to foul her. She had a layup. Same out-of-bounds play. Let's see if we get the same outcome.
Three for number 24, Hope Freeman.
Coach Storms
found her spot.
Coach Storms has got to make an adjustment on that out-of-bounds play.
Carson Powell to the top of the key. Surveying the offense. Looks like a 1-3-1 defense. Carson Powell back with the top of the key. Kicks the ball over the corner. Back to Carson Powell. Carson Powell got a little too eager and too many steps.
Back in the day when I used to coach, if I saw a team playing a 1-3-1 on me, I took my number 2 guard and ran her on the baseline and tried to get her open and won the corners by swinging the ball. We'll see if Coach Storm, she is one of my proteges, and we'll see if she can remember the things I did back in the day to try to counteract that.
Once again, East Columbus with the basketball. Elena Deal with the basketball. Surveying the offense. Deal looks to dribble penetrate, tries the right side, not there. Ho Freeman gets the ball, tries to get it back to Deal. Ball kicked to the corner. Three for Ariana Daniels.
If East Columbus can dribble, penetrate, and score and kick it out to the three, South Columbus is going to have a long night trying to defend that.
Jump shot starting to fall for East Columbus at this point. If you're South Columbus, you can't get frustrated at this point. You're still in this ball game. It's a 14-point ball game, but you have to be careful with the basketball. South Columbus, obviously, we talked about this fundamental basketball. Too many turnovers, too many extra shots.
Yeah, it's hard to emanate that defensive pressure in practice, and I know they're working on the press, but you just can't, make it look like East Columbus at practice.
Turbo outlets the ball to Butler. Kicks the ball back up. Tuberville with a 3. Doesn't get the shooter's roll. Rebounded by East Columbus.
It's one and done for South Columbus every time. No boards on the offensive side.
Lena Deal walking the ball up for East Columbus, taking her time, really trying to set the offense. Kicks the ball to the corner. Too many steps once again. And I'll tell you, these kids got to adjust. High school basketball players, you got to adjust. If they're going to call that tight, you got to be tight with those feet.
That's exactly right. And it needs to be called. If it's a walk, let's call it a walk. You got to put the ball on the floor before you can take steps.
Maggie Butler kicks the ball to the corner. Tuberville brings the ball back up to the top of the floor. Ball kicked back over. Allison Butler misses the jumper. Almost a great play by East Columbus, trying to throw that ball back behind her head just a little bit too far.
South Columbus is getting the shots that they want, but they're just not falling.
Sometimes it rolls like that, doesn't it?
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains.
I heard a great quote last year. It said, we did everything right but put the ball in the basket.
I've done that many times.
Steal by South Columbus and the patient of Kayla Tuberville. And I'll tell you, Lana Deal did not like that. She out-hustled her back out the floor. Really altered what she was trying to do. Jump ball by Tuberville trying to get possession. It will be East Columbus basketball.
Tuberville will not be denied. She hustles on that court, and if she makes a turnover, she's going to try to make up for it.
And I'll tell you, both these teams are filled with hustle kind of basketball players. Jim Rats used to call them back in my day.
I like to see that kind of spunk in these girls. It shows me that they want it.
Ball kicked underneath. Back up to the top of the key. Once again, Ho Freeman with a long jumper, no good. Rebounded by South Columbus. Ball tipped out of bounds. It will be East Columbus basketball. 2:37 to go. 23-9 our score. East Columbus ahead. We are in the second quarter. In the first of 2 tonight from South Columbus. Once again, set play by East Columbus.
South Columbus did a good job of adjusting to that out-of-bounds play that time.
Lana Deal wanted to go up with that 3, but she just couldn't quite get there. Just quite out of bounds on that play. It's going to be East Columbus basketball.
Coach Ravenel wants to hit the jumper from the side. They got that covered.
Shanika Watson drives the lane. Falls just off the corner of the rim. Allison Butler bringing the ball up back up the floor. Gets out of that corner, brings the ball up, pushes it up. Ball kicked back. Turbo with the ball at the top of the key. Ball just a little bit too tall for South Columbus. It will be East Columbus possession.
Yeah, she needs to be probably about 6'7" to catch that one. I think she's about a foot short.
And maybe a few inches. Ball kicked up, kicked to the corner. Elena Deals brings the ball back up to the top of the floor. Still looking both sides of the floor. Kicks the ball to the left corner. 3 up and good. East Columbus really starting to kick that offensive game going. These jumpers are starting to fall.
If your guards can hit those shots, the night is fun.
Absolutely. That was Diamond Porter with the 3. South Columbus kicking the ball around. Bit of a reach in there by number 35, Maggie Butler. A little bit too aggressive on the rebound, but I applaud the aggressiveness. They got to get some extra baskets, otherwise it's going to be a long, long night.
Yeah, I mean, East Columbus is being aggressive. South Columbus has got to come back and be just as aggressive with them.
Ball inbounded, 1:28 to go in the first half. East Columbus leading 26-9. Once again, Diamond Porter brings the ball back up the floor. Ball kicked around. Porter going to try the left side this time. Kicks the ball out. Ball back up to number 40. Back over to Alana Deal.
South Columbus is moving their zone really well right now. That gives East Columbus a tough time trying to score a basket. But there's the offensive rebound once again. You give a team 3-4 chances on the offensive end, it's probably not going to come out to your advantage.
26-9, 17-point lead by East Columbus. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Ball kicked back to Atlanta Deal. Long three. Rims in and out, but she will go to the line for 3 big free throws.
Yeah, I think Turville just left her feet a little bit there and actually ran into her. South Columbus is moving their defense really well. Feet are moving really well, but just East Columbus moving the ball that much better.
Quick officials timeout. We have Atlanta Deal going to the line for 3 shots. Deal misses the first. We'll have 2 more to go.
Gives everybody a chance to get a rest here going into the last minute of the half.
She hits the middle. 27-9 lead, 41.9 to go.
Coach Storms really wants to break that double-digit mark before she goes into the locker room at halftime. That's mental, knowing that you only scored 9 points in the first half.
Confidence builder, absolutely. Deal makes 1 of 3. Rebounded by South Columbus, who brings the ball up with 35 seconds to go in the half. Turbo brings the ball over, kicks it over to Butler. Jump shot up, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus. Ball kicked up. Tipped out by South Columbus. Good hustle play, getting back and not giving up an easy 2.
If I'm Coach Ravenel here, I'm probably going to play for the last shot, but he may want to pack it on a little bit more.
I don't know, because that 3 looks awful tempting. That inbounds play's been working all night. Oh, she got a little too eager.
Yeah, she the passing lanes closed up real quick on her, and there was nothing she could do.
South Columbus with the ball, 16.3 to go in the first half. For South Columbus, like you said, you want to get that 1 bucket in before the end of the half. Ball kicked over to Butler. Kick back over to Turbo, back over to the corner. Back up to Butler with a 3. East Columbus lets the ball go out of bounds and will pick up possession. 1.8 to go.
Yeah, South Columbus couldn't buy the basket in the first half. I'm sure that Coach Storm's going to talk about, shooting and rebounding as soon as she gets to that locker room.
Quick throw up and almost made basket by Atlanta Deal.
I don't think she realized there was only 1.8 seconds left on the clock. Sort of caught her by surprise there.
Game management, once again, for high school basketball is extremely important. Here we are at halftime. Our score, 27-9 in favor of East Columbus. We're going to take a few minutes and recognize some of our great sponsors. Come back and talk about what should be an exciting second half.
Are available at 642-4137. Cape Fear Propane serves both commercial and residential customers. Their technicians install propane tanks and gas logs. They check for leaks and convert home appliances to propane. Cape Fear Propane provides an automatic delivery option and payment programs. In Whiteville, Cape Fear Propane is located at 140 Bitmore Road next to Black's Tire corporate office. More details about products and services are available at 642-4137. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. The Country Nursery in Whiteville carries trees and shrubs as well as garden essentials and lawn products for all seasons. The gift shop carries flags, bows, wreaths, and name brand t-shirts, along with collegiate and Carolina Panther merchandise. Mitchell and Judy Bowen of the Country Nursery are glad to bring you tonight's broadcast. Woodman of the World financial representative David Pless can advise you on your family's insurance and investment solutions. David may be reached at 207-8042. Woodman of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game. Woodman of the World, providing insurance and financial services since 1890. E.W. Fonville & Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fonville are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, personal and business loans. They also have digital banking that can be done on your smartphone, tablet, or personal computer. First Bank has been in business since 1935. First Bank is located at 102 East 5th Street in Tabor City and 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville. First Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC. Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. You can learn more about Long's insurance and retirement products at 640-5028. Joe's Barbecue has been serving Columbus and surrounding counties for over 50 years, serving a Southern cooking lunch buffet Monday through Saturday, a pig picking buffet on Friday and Saturday night, and a Sunday lunch buffet. Menu items include barbecue plates, chicken, pork chops, ribs, and Brunswick stew. Joe offers catering, and call-in orders to 642-3511 are accepted. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at overbyoffice@johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. The Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant in Whiteville is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 until 9, Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 until 9. A lunch and dinner buffet is served daily. Seafood is on the buffet Friday and Saturday nights. Menu items include burgers, steaks, and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following: Carolina Sports Medicine with offices in Whiteville and Wilmington, First Bank of Tabor City and Whiteville, the Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, the Country Nursery, Regalwood Mutual Drug, E.W. Fonville & Son Farm and Garden Store, Bill Worley & Sons Construction, Joe's Barbecue Restaurant, David Pless of Woodman of the World, Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne, Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative, Black's Tire and Auto Service, Johnston's and Overby School Services, and Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations. A complete list of locations, products, and services can be found at blackstire.com. In Whiteville, Black's Tire and Auto Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0229.
Okay, once again we are back. 2:15 to go left at halftime, and Brett Burrs, you're in Megan Storm's locker room. Tell us what you're seeing.
Well, actually, I had a chance to speak with Coach Storms as she went to the locker room, and she told me that exactly what I said. Rebounding, they got to do a better job rebounding, and they got to do a better job of breaking the press, and that's the two keys to the game, and she stressed that at halftime.
Okay, now if you're ready, Ravenel, like you said, South Columbus alumni, what are you talking about to your girls at halftime?
Well, some looked like East Columbus was a little streaky in the first half. They went on a 15-0 run, and then it looked like they quieted down for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then they picked up the defensive intensity again and went on another little run. So he probably wants them to keep that pressure up 100% of the time during the game.
Absolutely. We got just about a minute and a half before we start the second half. Once again, Brett Burrows, Kevin Toman with you. We are here with the great folks at CCCA, Rod Likens. We got Kelly Jones with us, Nikki Hobbs, from the great students at CCCA doing a fantastic job for us. And I'll tell you, you can't ask for anything better. Columbus County does a fantastic job through all their social media platforms. And you really get a chance to see some exciting, basketball and sports. But not only that, these kids get an opportunity to be seen. You were talking to me about NFL referee Brad Allen had tuned into our broadcast one time last year. Got a chance to see some of the hometown folks. Brad Allen used to be around here a lot, refereed a lot around here.
Yep, Brad Allen, good friend of mine. He's in NFL. He's actually a booking agent. And he takes his referees very serious. He's watching them to see how they do. They're actually, I see an old referee here actually looking at the referees and making sure they do a good job for the kids.
Absolutely. Just a few weeks away from playoff time. It's time to find out who's going to get those coveted assignments.
Well, that's what everybody wants to do right now. They're jockeying for position to try to get the best positions in the North Carolina State playoffs so they can play the teams and have an easier road to maybe make it to the final game.
Same thing for the officials. You want to get those coveted assignments against those good teams.
Officials love to put on their resume that they call the state championship games. That's big for them.
Okay, East Columbus will be on defense to start. They'll be on the right-hand side of the floor. South Columbus will inbound the ball. And we are away with the second half. Kayla Turtle with the ball, kicks it back over to Carson Powell, dribbles up the left side. Kicks the ball over to the corner. Tries to force the ball inside to Natalie McClure, just intercepted by the East Columbus ball player.
Well, that's what they tried to do against that 1-3-1 is get it to that baseline, but the passing was a little bit slow there, and East Columbus stepped in front of it.
Tia Campbell once again picks up the point for East Columbus. Gets in a little bit of trouble. A little too eager, and we got too many steps, and it's going to be South Columbus basketball.
Yeah, she took 2 before she put the ball on the floor, and that's always called a walk in high school basketball.
Okay, here we are, 27-9, 7:32 to go in the third quarter. Turble pushed the ball up. Carson Powell with the ball in the corner, back over to Turble. Kick back over to number 12, Nonchalant Hemingway. Back the ball gets back to Hemingway with a jump shot off the rim.
That's how you break that 1-3-1. The shot just didn't go for South Columbus.
Tia Campbell with the ball, looks to push to get that dribble penetration. Jump shot no good. Ball trapped over in the corner.
Another offensive rebound by East Columbus.
Unfortunately, the ball dribbled on the baseline, and it'll go over to South. Once again, East Columbus setting up that press. Pretty much challenging South Columbus to beat it. Ball kick over to Powell. Kicks the ball up to Nonchalant Hemingway. Hemingway pushes the ball up. Nice outlet pass.
There we go. She probably drew that up at halftime on how to break the press. Coach Storms get a good job of drawing something up so they can work with it.
Nice play. Once again, Tia Campbell at the point.
When you're down like this, you just got to take it one possession at a time. Got to get stops.
Dribble penetration. She gets around the corner on Carson Powell. Easy layup for 2.
But I guess against East Columbus, you stop one thing and they just go to another. Too many weapons.
Unfortunately, reaching foul away from the basketball. Shaniqua Watson with the foul, does not agree. But I'll tell you, if you're East Columbus, they come at you in waves. Like you said, it's that little Dutch boy thing. You stop one thing, another thing comes at you.
Well, that's the mark of a good team. If one thing is stopped for you and you can come back to something else, that's the mark of a good team.
Ball back to the top with Nonchalant Hemingway.
Looks like they're running guards on the baseline, trying to get guards deep open in the on the 1-3-1.
Yolanda Brown with the basketball. Kicks the ball over, intercepted. Stolen back by Kayla Tuberville. Loses control. We have a number of folks losing control.
Yeah, cross-court passes against the zone usually doesn't come out good.
Whoa, way downtown, and unfortunately she misses. Rebounded by East Columbus. Carson Powell bodying her up. Correction, that was Christy Wilson. Once again off that right side. Jumper no good. Rebounded by East Columbus, loses the ball out of bounds. Nice play by Shaniqua Watson driving the lane, just couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, it's that dribble penetration that East Columbus wants to try to go to. Look for her to dribble penetrate down with a kick out to a 3.
Ball kicked back over the corner. Just tipped out of bounds. Dangerous cross-court pass against that press.
Coach Ravenel changed to a half-court 1-2-2 press there, so he's changing up his presses a little bit. Since he saw that South Columbus did beat his full-court press, he's going to try that half-court press.
5:05 to go, third quarter. East Columbus with the lead, 29-11. Once again, Turbo up the ball at the top of the key. Ball kicked over to Nonchalant Hemingway, back over to Carson Powell. Back to Hemingway. Powell deep. 3, no, 4, no good. Good inside rebound. Once again, South with 2 quick rebounds. And Natalie McClure still hustling underneath. Gets the rebound and the harm. She'll go to the line for 2.
That may be their first offensive rebounds there, and that's what she said she was going to worry about at halftime, trying to talk about offensive rebounds, and they come out and get 2 there in that position.
Hustle plays are very, very important at this stage, especially when they get back in the ball game. McClure misses the first of 2. McClure picks up the second. Unfortunately, we got a lane violation, and that will not count.
Yeah, she crossed the line before the ball hit the rim, and that's a lane violation, and the bucket does not count.
Unfortunately, South Columbus continues to be snake bit with those kinds of plays tonight.
Well, it's unfortunate to take points off the board when you don't have that many.
Tia Campbell crosses back over to the left. Jumper by number 14, Shaniqua Watson. Rebound by East. Unfortunately, we have a travel call on South, and it will be East Columbus basketball.
Got to get 6 men off the court. They didn't give South Columbus time enough to get their people off the court.
It's a bad time to mention we're talking about 6 women. I'm just asking.
Same design play, but South Columbus adjusted to it that time.
Quick cross-court pass. Carson Powell intercepts, looks to drive the ball up the floor. Smartly brings the ball back so they can run the offense. McClure with a quick jump shot, no good. Rebounded by South, rebounded by East, poked out by South.
South Columbus got what they wanted to there, got a wide open shot, turned around, banked it, but it just went right off the front of the rim.
South Columbus had their opportunities this evening, just can't quite get them to fall.
There may be a lid on that basket down there. Maybe need to check that after the game.
Campbell once again tries that right side, loses control. Taken over by South. Now McClure to the ball. Looking at outlet, intercepted. Oh. Got a volleyball going right now. We got a push called against East Columbus. It'll be South Columbus basketball.
Yeah, they got a little physical there, and they got a foul call to probably try to straighten it out a little bit. anytime the ball goes on the court, you see girls diving, there's probably going to be some fouls in there. And, you got to try to call one foul to try to keep it from getting, too physical underneath.
Absolutely. 29-11 our score. 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Carson Powell pushes the ball up. Ball back over to Powell. Kick back to the corner. Jump shot no good.
Again, East Columbus on the defensive boards. It's been big for them tonight.
I think South Columbus did the right thing around their offense, but they got to get those jump shots to fall. Number 20, Yolanda Brown on the foul. Just got to keep her feet moving. She had her there in that corner. I think she'd been better off letting the sideline be her friend on that.
Yeah, like we always say, you can lead them to water, but you can't make them drink.
Ball kick back up to the top. Tia Campbell tries that right side, pulls the ball back up. Jump shot no good, rebounded. Once again, no good. Once again, East with 3 shots, and they'll go to the line with a chance to make, 2 more buckets.
Yeah, when you get 3 shots of possession, it's not going to turn out well for you.
I apologize, but I can't catch the number on that East Columbus ball player.
Yeah, her hair's sort of long there, so it's covered up a little bit. I think it's 5, Mr. Tubman.
Okay, that'd be Rosalind Harper. Harper misses the first.
Thinking about possibly letting my hair grow out that long. You think it'll look good on me?
Well, I don't know. The rat tail, I think, kind of went back in the day. Now, a mullet might be an opportunity. Harper misses both ends of the 2-point foul. Kick back.
Offensive rebound, East Columbus, and puts it back in the hole.
Tia Campbell making the easy jumper. It brings us to a 31-11 score. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. South pushing the ball up. Donica Johnson with the ball. Kicks the ball over. Carson Powell tries the lane. Throws up a prayer. It goes unanswered. Tia Campbell with the rebound. East looking to drive the ball and get that dribble penetration, as we talked about. Unfortunately, just lost the handle on it.
Yeah, 40 a little bit out of control there. She's seeing probably the first couple of minutes of the game.
We talked a little bit about this last week, about letting the game come to you. You don't have to go 100 miles an hour all the time, and being able to regulate the flow of the game.
Yeah, go fast but be in control. Mm-hmm. That's what we always try to teach.
South with the ball. Kicks over the corner. Ball underneath with Yolanda Brown. Carson Powell with the possession. Back it over to Turville. Kicks it back over to Yolanda Brown. Brown sets it over the corner. Great entry pass.
South Columbus has yet to solve the riddle of the 1-3-1 zone.
Kaleva Adams on the reception of a great entry pass, and picks up the foul, and at least South Columbus possession. And I think that's where South needs to look. They got to get those points underneath. They've got to get those East Columbus defenders off them. Long inbound pass to Carson Powell. Sends it over to Kayla Turville. Quick jumper by Kaleva Adams, no good. Turville looks to drive the lane, throws up a jumper, lets it fall, and we got a 31-13 score.
South Columbus with offensive rebound there and was able to put it back and get a 2.
Diamond Porter, big outlet pass. And that would be number 15.
Yeah, I think East Columbus has a lot of their subs in now. Since they got a pretty good lead, they're going to give their bench players opportunity to get some time on the court.
Absolutely, teach up these young ladies, get them ready for,
54 seems a little upset over Kayla being a little bit aggressive there. But anytime you go to the floor with girls, everybody's going to try to go get it.
Typical aggressive high school basketball. You teach these girls to get on the floor and get after that ball.
Yeah, we actually have drills to go over balls on the floor. There's another drink for Carson Powell, another offensive foul she just got there.
Those are the kind of plays that don't show up too much in the stat sheet, but they're really important plays. Hustle plays that really dictate the course of a game. If you play great defense, it translates into great offense.
Yeah, Carson does a good job on defensive end. She takes pride in taking charges, and I think that's her second, maybe third tonight.
Rain for 3.
That's where you want to beat that 1-3-1 in that corner. We're going to try to go to that a little bit more, I'm sure, for Kayla.
Kayla Turbo makes it rain for 3. South Columbus trying to climb back into this basketball game down 33-16.
Another offensive rebound for East Columbus. Another offensive rebound.
Once again, they get 3 shots and a foul by South Columbus, and they're going to go back to the line. I'm sure Megan Storms has preached this and preached it and preached it all year. Offensive and defensive rebounding, you can't give good teams extra shots.
Yeah, if she goes back and watches this video, she's going to understand that East Columbus got way too many second chance shots.
Number 40 shooting for East Columbus. We don't have that name on our roster. I do apologize. Misses the first.
We'll call her number 40.
There we go.
I had 2 identical twins one year, and they were 30 and 32. I could never tell them apart, so I would call them 30 and 32. I'd say 30, you're in. 32, you're in.
40 hits the second of 2 free throws. Brings our score to 34-16 East Columbus. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ball kicked over the corner, and Carson Powell. Turbo call for the ball in that corner. Dribbles around, throws up a jumper, no good. Good inside rebound by number 22, Khalifa Adams. Right back up for 2, just the way you teach it.
Mr. Toman, offensive rebounds leads 2 points a lot of times.
Preaching to the choir, sir, preaching to the choir. East Columbus with the ball once again underneath, kick back over. No basket, and we got
3 seconds underneath.
3-second call.
I guess we don't have to be so formal tonight. I can call you Kevin or Coach, either one you want to be called.
Brad used to work for me when I was at South Columbus as assistant principal.
Is that what you called I did?
Long range jumper, no good. Quick prayer at the buzzer, no good. And our score at the end of 3, East Columbus 34, South Columbus 18.
Joe offers catering, and call-in orders to 642-3511 are accepted. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. Tonight's game on WZCO.
Okay, we are back. 3 of them in the books. We have a 34-18 score. East Columbus in the lead. South Columbus, a better quarter, better offensively at least, trying to crawl back into this game.
They doubled the number of points that they had from the first half into the third quarter. So just as many points as the third quarter as they had in the first half. So that's a positive for them.
East Columbus dribble penetration. Kick back up to the corner, back up to the top. Ball back underneath. Pope Freeman with the ball, kicks it back over to Shaniqua Watson. Freeman back to Watson. Watson throws up a 3, no good. Watson with her own rebound.
And nobody blocked out the shooter there. Another offensive rebound for East Columbus.
Too many opportunities. I mean, it sounds like we're saying this over and over again, but if you're South Columbus, you've got to get a body on the board.
That's exactly right. That's the name of the game here.
Turbo kicks the ball back across court to Shaniqua Watson. Turbo tries the right side. Throws up an off-balance shot, no good. Quick rebound, shot no good by Cleva Adams.
She was in position, just missed the layup on the inside.
Nice entry pass. Jump shot no good, partially blocked. East Columbus with the rebound. Sorry, South Columbus with the rebound.
It may look like a foul, but the girl went straight up, played good defense. Referees are not going to call that. If you play good defense, they will not bail the shooter out.
And I like that idea. You're rewarded for playing good quality defense.
That's exactly right. You know, referees and officials, they know how the game works.
Dribble penetration by Donica Jackson, no good. Ball up and no good. Tried to throw the ball off at Donica Jackson. Jackson with the ball once again, throws up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus.
I noticed South Columbus getting a little bit more aggressive here, which is positive for them.
Campbell rumbling and bumbling through the middle, and her layup is no good. We've got a foul call, and we got a South Columbus possession. If you're Eddie Ravenel, I don't think you're comfortable with your team getting out of control at this point.
Well, I mean, the clock is the only person you got to play against now. You know, you got probably about a 16-point lead, and you can run some time off the clock if his team will do that. I
mean, and that's about learning how to play high school basketball, learning when to push, when not to push, and making, if you have to foul, making smart fouls.
Yep. I actually coached Eddie Ravenel his first couple of years. And he's a good coach, good basketball player back in the day.
I do believe that makes at least one of you very old.
It's probably him.
Most likely. Carson Powell a little too eager with steps. We will have a turnover and an East Columbus possession.
I think me and Coach Ravenel are actually the same age now. I think he's caught up by now.
Very well could be at this point. East Columbus takes over. Atlanta deal with the possession. Kicks the ball in underneath. Back out to the three-point line.
Inside-outside game there.
That was number 24, I believe, Hope Freeman on the three.
She's canned a couple of those tonight. She's been a spark for him.
South tried to force the ball to the corner, and no good. And ball dribbled out of bounds. It's going to go over to South on the turnover.
Looks like the crowd's filling in here at South Columbus for a good matchup in the boys' game coming up here in about 20-30 minutes.
Always good when these crosstown rivals get together. Last week it was West and South. Now it's East and South, and I'll tell you, anything and everything can happen with these crosstown rivalries.
I see the student section filling up here for the Staying Crazies.
As I recall, weren't you one of the original charter members of the Staying Crazies?
I actually started the Staying Crazies about 10 years ago. Actually aimed it after the Duke Blue Devils Cameron Crazies. We had tie-dye shirts made up with a big SC on the middle. We'd fill up about 2 bleachers worth, and we would just go to town.
So, and as you well know, if you followed high school basketball in this area, Stallion Crazy have made quite a name for themselves over the last couple of years.
Yeah, we've had a couple of times where the police have had to shut them down a little bit, but it's all in fun. You know, as a coach back in the day, we had to get things pumped up at our games because the girls and boys love to see the students get involved in their games.
Once again, too many steps by East Columbus, and it'll be South Columbus basketball. 4:50 to go, fourth quarter. East Columbus with the lead, 37-18.
I'm sure Coach Ravenel here wants to run some time off the clock, try to go ahead and get this game over with.
Absolutely, like we talked about, getting some of those bench players in, really teaching them, because he's going to need them when it gets down to playoff time.
Yeah, and you're trying to build for next year, too. I mean, you're coming to the end of the season, and you got some of these seniors are going to be leaving, and you want these underclassmen to get some time on the floor for some experience.
Ball just a little too hot for Maggie Butler. Off her hands goes over to East Columbus. Tia Campbell checking back in for the Gators.
South Columbus may be a little drained tonight because they did have Fairmont here at home last night, and it was a long girls basketball game. Probably about a 2-hour game.
Ball up to Carson Powell. Quick jumper. Doesn't get the foul call. Ball rebounded by South. East on the next rebound. Ball pushed up. She tries to pick up the foul. Just does not quite get the roll or the foul call.
Well, Bree Givens did a great job playing defense there. She recovered, got back into defensive position, and held her ground.
Credit Megan Storms and her coaching staff really teaching these girls good defensive fundamentals.
Yes, she works hard at that. I was always a big defensive coach, and she coached under me for about 3 years, and we focused on defense and taking charges and things like that. We always believe that if you can keep people from scoring more points than you, then most of the time you won.
Absolutely. I think you're also looking at, it's amazing how no matter what level of basketball, it's the fundamentals that are important.
Well, at practice, and I'm sure Coach Storms does it too, we would practice 2 hours a day. we would have 1 hour of conditioning and drills and 1 hour of going over plays and live game situations.
East Columbus foul puts South Columbus in the 1-on-1.
Not many free throws shot tonight, though, Kevin.
Tell me about it. I mean, these officials did a good job controlling the ball game, not letting it get out of hand. Carson Powell misses the front end of the 1-on-1, East Columbus basketball. Orlando Deal looking to drive the lane, takes the lane, and
I don't think Maggie quite got there in time, but her intentions were great to get her feet set and take the charge, but she was a step too late.
And I don't mind that if I'm a coach. I don't mind an aggressive foul, hustle foul. I mean, those I'll take.
Yeah, well, you got to make the referee make a decision there. Is it a charge or is it a block? And, it's 50-50 there because the girl's going to make a layup if you're not there.
Atlanta Deal shooting 2 for the Gators. Deal hits the first. Our score now 38-18.
And as we say, not many free throws. We'll probably have about 15 or 20 before the game's over.
Mm-hmm. I do believe you jinxed us at that point.
Well, hey. When you live right, it's okay.
Deal hits both ends of the two-shot foul. Our score now, East Columbus 39, South Columbus 18, 3:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Megan Storm's taking a full timeout, and we'll take a full timeout, recognize some of our great sponsors here on the Columbus County Schools plethora of social media exchanges and 89.9 WZCO.
The Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, The Country Nursery, Regalwood Mutual Drug, E.W. Fommel & Son Farm and Garden Store, Bill Worley & Sons Construction, Joe's Barbecue Restaurant, David Pless of Woodman of the World, Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne, Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative, Black's Tire and Auto Service, Jostens and Overby School Services, and Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations.
Okay, we are back. 3:50 to go in the fourth quarter. East Columbus up 39-18. Brett, if you're South Columbus, you're a long way down on the scoreboard, but you're starting to see some good things that are making scoring.
Well, I think Coach Storms took a time out there to just say, hey, girls, let's finish this game. Let's try to do the right thing for the last 3 minutes of the game, and hopefully, some changes will occur. Just a coaching time out there.
Force the ball underneath, intercepted by, East Columbus. East Columbus looking to drive the lane. East Columbus really seems right now to really try to push that ball, trying to get that dribble penetration like we talked about. And just South right now doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, well, that's true. They're still trying to put some points on the board. They've got enough points to win this game. They probably need to just pull it out and try to run some time off the clock here.
Deal trapped in the corner, loses control. It will be tapped out by South and an East Columbus possession. I don't know if it's in the DNA of a high school kid these days to, bring it out. We've seen kids, the last couple of years really try to play the ball at 100 miles an hour.
Well, you as a coach, that's what you've got to teach because you can get yourself in a situation where you try too hard and make turnovers and give the team another chance to come back.
Turbo with the steal tries to make the outlet pass ahead just a little too long. East Columbus will take over.
It looked like that was a fly pattern there that she just overthrew her in the end zone.
I'll tell you right now, if you've seen some of the South Columbus football games we've called this year, some of them boys could have caught it.
Well, probably Griffin Hanna would have had that one. I saw Griffin and talked to him here tonight. He was out on the tennis court when I pulled up, so that's always good for us.
Brett Burrows, once again, the South Columbus tennis coach, had a fantastic season this year.
Well, we thank you. We take pride in it. Oh, nice backdoor cut.
Nice backdoor cut for a quick layup for two. East Columbus really showing all facets of their game. Great basket by Tia Campbell.
Coach Ravenel's telling his girls to get back and probably take a little bit of pressure off. I think he feels that he's probably got enough points here. And
Powell for three.
I don't think Carson Powell feels that way, though.
I'll tell you one thing about Carson Powell. She will never stop fighting, never stop hustling. I've seen her play for a couple of years now, and she is always hustling. It doesn't matter what the score is. Ball out of bounds back over to South. 2:13 to go. Fourth quarter, 41-21 our score.
Looks like Coach Marlowe is having a running clock down there. I don't know if he noticed that the clock was still running. Now there we go. Now he's got it started again. Coach Marlowe probably is ready for his bucket of popcorn right now.
And I'll tell you, just like you said, we haven't really talked about this. This is South Columbus' third game this week. It's hard for these young ladies and young gentlemen to play 3 games in a week and really, by the third one, have enough legs underneath them.
It is. They traveled to Robinson County on Tuesday, and then they were here last night against Fairmont, and then back here again against East Columbus tonight. So three nights is tough.
Underneath bucket for East Columbus for 2 brings our score to 43-21. Ball kicked to the corner, back up to just a little too long off her hands. East Columbus with the steal, trying to bring the ball up the floor, kicks the ball down underneath. I'll tell you, I didn't think she had any chance at all in that corner, but she was able to round it, get the leg up, and get the palm, and she will go to the line.
Yeah, she was determined there. She got that ball on the block, and she said, "I'm going to the hole, foul me or not, whatever."
And that's your senior leadership right there.
Yep, she knows she's playing South Columbus. She wants to get as many buckets as she possibly can.
Misses the first. Credit East Columbus hustling to the very end, both the same thing with South. Well played ball game by both teams tonight.
I can remember back in the day when I coached South Columbus. Carlin Stevens was the girls coach, and we had many battles. And probably Coach Stevens is out there right now listening. I want to give a shout out to Coach Carlin Stevens if she's watching.
Our score 44-21, 1:17 to go in the fourth quarter. A lot of great folks out there. Jackie Mitchell from Acmedoco Middle School's out here. Works with me at the school. East Columbus with a rebound. Brings the ball up and take their time right now. Diamond Porter with the ball. Ball kicked back to Porter, intercepted by Carson Powell driving to the basket. Deal probably discretion the better part of Powell, lays off, doesn't foul her.
Yeah,
Powell picks up the 2.
There's no need to foul there. If they score 2, it's really not going to matter.
44-23 our score, 40 seconds to go. Ball kicked underneath.
East Columbus still pushing the pedal. They don't take their foot off the pedal any.
I'll tell you, she's always pushing the ball. She's looking to go to the basket every chance she gets the ball.
Well, if you practice all week, you might as well get your money's worth on Friday night.
Absolutely. Now, these two teams got a lot of basketball left to be played. We got a couple more games before we get to tournament time. If you're East Columbus, you really feel good about tonight. You're showing all facets of your game.
Yeah, this is the first time I've had a chance to see East Columbus girls, and they actually look pretty good.
Misses the first.
I'm sure Coach Ravenel was going to enjoy this win. He comes back to South Columbus for the first time as a head coach, and looks like he's going to get a win here.
Turbo with the ball, 26 seconds to go. Ball kicked around to the corner. Just a little far underneath. Way up for 2.
Not the person she was throwing it to, but Christy Wilson was there to catch the ball and put it in the hole.
Wilson, another one of those hustle ball players for South. Deal drives to the ball, misses it. Ball kicked up. Great entry pass. Nonchalant Hemingway for 2. Our score at the end of the ball game: East Columbus 44, South Columbus 27. South Columbus valiant in defeat, but really a strong-looking East Columbus basketball team tonight.
Yeah, East Columbus started from the tip, dominating, and they dominated throughout the game. That pressure, full court and half court, was just a little bit too much for South Columbus tonight.
Great game coached by Eddie Ravenel. Really knew South Columbus' weakness, really forced that press. Until South Columbus figured out how to break it, they really had that scoring drought in the first half. Yeah, well, that's exactly what Coach Ravenel told me. He said he's going to put pressure on the girls, make them try to get the ball up the court and try to score off turnovers, and that's exactly what he did. All right, we'll take a few minutes out. To recognize some of our great sponsors, we'll be back very shortly with our second game of tonight's doubleheader, the East Columbus boys against the South Columbus boys. We'll have a couple quick comments, then we'll start talking about high school boys basketball here in the Three Rivers Conference.
Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. The Country Nursery in Whiteville carries trees and shrubs as well as garden essentials and lawn products for all seasons. The gift shop carries flags, bows, wreaths, and name-brand T-shirts, along with collegiate and Carolina Panther merchandise. Mitchell and Judy Bowen of the Country Nursery are glad to bring you tonight's broadcast. Woodman of the World financial representative David Pless can advise you on your family's insurance and investment solutions. David may be reached at 207-8042. Woodman of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game. Women of the World, providing insurance and financial services since 1890. E.W. Fonville & Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fonville are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, personal and business loans. They also have digital banking that can be done on your smartphone, tablet, or personal computer. First Bank has been in business since 1935. First Bank is located at 102 East 5th Street in Tabor City and 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville. First Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC. Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. You can learn more about Long's insurance and retirement products at 640-5028. Joe's Barbecue has been serving Columbus and surrounding counties for over 50 years, serving a Southern cooking lunch buffet Monday through Saturday, a pig picking buffet on Friday and Saturday night, and a Sunday lunch buffet. Menu items include barbecue plates, chicken, pork chops, ribs, and Brunswick stew. Joe offers catering, and call-in orders to 642-3511 are accepted. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. The Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant in Whiteville is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 until 9, Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 until 9. A lunch and dinner buffet is served daily. Seafood is on the buffet Friday and Saturday nights. Menu items include burgers, steaks, and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406.
Okay, Brett Burrs and I are back. Our girls' game is over tonight, 44-27 win by East Columbus. Let's talk about East Columbus first. What do you take away from tonight?
Well, I just checked the book. Tia Campbell had 17 tonight for the Gators, and she was their spark all night. Dribble penetration, being the senior leader, ball in her hands, and that's what Coach Ravenel wanted.
Once again, you count on your seniors to be that spark plug. Now, conversely, if you're South Columbus, what do you take away from tonight? Obviously, a little disappointed about the loss, but a lot to take away if you're South.
Well, what you got to do is analyze your game and pick out points during the game that you did well in. And you can't go into the locker room and beat them up and talk about, what they did wrong and stuff like that. Once you break them down, you got to build them back up with the positive things they did. And I'm sure Coach Storms is probably right now talking about some positives that they can take out of the game.
Obviously, film study being a lot of it. She's going to take both last week's game in our broadcast and this week's game and really show these girls what they're doing and give them a visual of how to break that press.
Well, I did notice that South Columbus did adjust a little bit to the full court press, and Coach Ravenel actually had to move to a half court press. And if you watch the game, you notice that a lot of the points scored by East Columbus in the first half was because of turnovers on the full court press, and they did make an adjustment there.
Okay, we are looking to start our boys' game here very directly. You can tell two teams going in two different directions. East Columbus really struggling this year, really trying to find themselves.
We don't have a number.
Real young team.
I think that's 42.
I
think so.
They've got about their record is not indicative of how they played. They've been in a lot of ball games, just haven't been able to pull the trigger on some wins. It's about growing up as a ball club. East Columbus, like I said, really young team this year. Lost a lot of players from last year. Whereas South Columbus coming in winners of 4 out of 5. Unfortunately, they had to play that tough Fairmont team last night. They had won 4 in a row up till that. Seems like Brian Edwards' team is really peaking at the right time.
Well, I talked to Coach Skipper before the game started, and Coach Skipper said that Brian Edwards was his choice for Coach of the Year because he has taken a group of kids that is not supposed to win a lot of games and actually turned them into a contender in the conference.
It says a lot about the coaching in the Three Rivers Conference. These gentlemen who coach these teams really about teaching fundamental basketball to our kids, and really you see a lot of teams who may not have been there at the beginning of the year really show a lot of growth towards this time of the season. Yeah, well, that's the mark of a good team. South Columbus, you've noticed at the first of the year nobody counted on them to do anything whatsoever, but they eventually came out and started winning some basketball games, and that's what South Columbus wants to do. Okay, we are just about 2 minutes from tip-off. We are looking for an exciting boys game tonight. We're going to take a quick sponsor break, and we'll be right back on 89.9 WZCO.
E.W. Fommel & Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fommel are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, personal and business loans. They also have digital banking that can be done on your smartphone, tablet, or personal computer. First Bank has been in business since 1935. First Bank is located at 102 East 5th Street in Tabor City and 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville. First Bank is
Okay, we are back. 50 seconds ago, we're going to really enjoy the starting lineups. Great presentation by South Columbus last week. I do believe they're going to repeat that this week.
Yeah, it was exciting here last Friday night when they had blackout night and they turned out the lights and announced the starting lineups. Let's hope we can get some excitement here at South Columbus again.
Once again, the great folks down there at the South Columbus Storage Table, David Marlowe, Everline Davis, fixture at South Columbus for a number of years. I do believe she's missed a game in probably close to 40 years at this point.
Yeah, when you think of South Columbus basketball, you don't think of any coaches or players. You think of Everline Davis being here for shoot, 50-some years teaching, and used to be at Tabor City for years. Used to have to climb the wall to get into the press box up there, and she's been a staple at South Columbus for, the 26, 27 years that South Columbus has been in existence.
And I'll tell you right now, if you ever had a chance to look at the South Columbus scores table, it's named after her.
Number 2, Donovan Worley.
Okay, starters for East Columbus.
Adrian Simpson.
Adrian Alteric Simpson.
Number 3,
DeMarcus Brown.
Number 10, Braylon Daniels.
Number 10, Braylon Daniels. I'm sorry we don't have a name for number 2.
Number 1, DJ Williams.
DJ Williams is number 1.
And now for your South Columbus Stars. Starting at guard, number 1,
Avion Bellamy for South Columbus.
Starting at the other guard, number 5, Taekwon Johnson.
Taekwon Johnson, also known as Buck for South Columbus.
Starting at the forward spot, number 23, Zach McCoy.
Zach McCoy.
Starting at the other guard, number 11.
Number 23.
Trey Bellamy.
Number 11, Taekwon Bellamy for South.
Starting at guard, number 3, Taekwon Conyers.
And Taekwon Conyers, number 3 for East Columbus, South Columbus. Okay, number 2 for East Columbus will be Donovan Worley.
Setting up to tip is Zach McCoy, and number 1 for East Columbus. We got a number on him?
Nope. We're going to do the best we can. We'll try and get that number for you as quickly as we possibly
We'll call him
can.
number 1 until we get a name.
Donovan Worley with the ball. Let's push one on the right side. Back to Worley on the entry pass. Not there. Kicks back up to the top of the key. Intercepted by South. Avion Bellamy with quick hands.
South Columbus going to dribble, penetrate, just like East Columbus girls tried to do.
I'll tell you right now, if you watch the girls game, you know these guys are going to call those feet tight. Too many steps for South Columbus, and they're going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, I think he shuffled his feet before he put the ball on the court, and that's going to be a travel every time.
East Columbus inbounds the ball. Donovan Worley brings the ball up, kicks the ball down to the left corner. South Columbus with a rebound, looking to push. Taekwon Johnson throws one up, intercepted. East Columbus bring the ball back up.
East Columbus going to try to set it up here, try to get a play coming out of the turnover there.
East Columbus able to get the ball in the low post, and unfortunately, if you get that ball that deep, unfortunately, you are going to get fouled if you ain't careful.
Yeah, that's the way to start out there with a three-point play for East Columbus. See if he can finish off the traditional three-point play.
Worley hits the Worley with 2 points now, looking to hit a third. Worley does not convert, and our score 2-0, 6:57 to go in the first quarter. Ball dribbled out of bounds by South Columbus. It will be East Columbus basketball.
DJ Williams.
East Columbus ball tapped. Quick hustle play by South Columbus. Tries to throw up an off-balance shot. Unfortunately, it's tapped and it goes out of bounds. Okay, we do have a number on number 1 right now. That's DJ Williams. East Columbus with the ball. South Columbus trying to pressure it.
That's what South Columbus is going to do. They're going to be in your face all night long, as according to how they handle this pressure. Ball
kick back over to number 10, Braylon Daniels. Off-balance shot thrown up, no good. He's South Columbus with the rebound. Number 5, Taekwon Johnson pushing the ball, throws up an off-balance shot, no good. Quick hands by number 1, Avion Bellamy. Quick steal up for 2.
Yeah, I think both teams are, trying to settle down and figure out what they want to do here. You'll see a little sporadicness going on for a couple of minutes, and then you'll see them settle down.
Ball tried to push in on the left side, brings it back out. Wants to restart the offense. Donovan Worley with the ball. Donovan Worley with the ball now.
Looks like East Columbus is going to try to go to that low post to their number 1 player, DJ Williams.
Ball inbounded. Graylin Daniels with the ball. Inbounded to DJ Williams. Kicks back out. Jumper no good.
East Columbus with a second chance shot.
Those extra baskets will kill you.
It don't matter if it's boys or girls. Offensive rebounds usually lead to points.
5:29 first quarter. Our score 4-2 East Columbus. Got a quick call underneath. South a little bit too aggressive.
Looks like an illegal screen, probably trying to get Shaquan to come off the dribble penetration. Coach Skipper said he's going to try to stop South Columbus's guards. He knows South Columbus has got really good guards, and he's going to try to stop them.
Quick steal by South Columbus. South Columbus bringing the ball back up to the top of the key. 3 for South Columbus in the person of Taekwon Johnson.
Yeah, you don't want Taekwon to get hot. If he can, get the ball in the cylinder to start out the game, it's going to be a long night for the opposing team.
Quick steal by Avion Bellamy. Tries to draw the harm, and he does, and looks like he'll be taking the ball. Looks like they're going to call it on the floor, and it will be South Columbus possession. Ball back up to the top with Bellamy. Correction, that's Taekwon Bellamy.
Zach McCoy weren't quite ready for that pass. Had his hands down and couldn't get him up to catch that pass.
Once again, we talked about this. These two teams trying to play a little bit fast right now. Need to look to settle in and play their brand of ball. Ball kicked over to the left side. Back to Worley. Worley drops it off on the left. Worley gets the ball back, looking around the corner. Worley with some slick ball movement. He's trapped underneath it, and he kicks the ball back up to the corner.
East Columbus doing a good job moving the ball.
10 with the ball. Kicked up to number 5 for South Columbus. Layup for 2. Taekwon Johnson, you let him get hot, he will beat you up in a hurry.
That's 5 points there for Taekwon. I'm sure he wants a big game tonight.
And looks like we have a foul on the floor. It will be a block, and it'll be East Columbus possession.
His feet got there a little bit too late, could not get him set, and could not draw the charge. East Columbus got to the line for 2.
What is the number on that player shooting the free throw?
Evidently they called it on the floor, so not going to be any free throws here.
DJ Williams bringing the ball back up to the top of the floor.
Zach McCoy got behind number 3 on the low block, and I'm sure Coach Edwards is telling him you got to step around and get your hand up and deny that ball coming to the low block.
If you caught Brian Edwards in the corner of our picture, had his hand up, tell him, man, just keep your hands up, move your feet, get in good position, you'll get that call. Yep. Ball over to Graylin Daniels. Daniels bringing the ball up.
East Columbus trying to figure out this matchup zone that looks like South Columbus is in right now.
East Columbus moving the ball well. Graylin Daniels throws up a 2 off the rim. Ball out of bounds will go over to South Columbus. 3:36 to go in the first quarter. South Columbus leading 7-4. Right now, looks like both teams trying to find themselves. East Columbus really trying to establish that low post game. South Columbus really looking to really push the ball underneath.
Yep. Looks like East Columbus is going to a full court man.
Layup missed by South Columbus, rebounded by East. East will look to bring the ball up the floor.
East Columbus tries to push it, but when they see that they don't have numbers, they pull it out and try to set their offense up.
Ball kicked over the corner. Blocked. And stepped out of bounds. Great block, unfortunately, not aware of where his feet were. Steps out of bounds. It's going to be East Columbus possession.
Yeah, he knew his foot was out of bounds there. He was just hoping the referee just didn't see it.
Ball kicked over to the corner, back up to the top of the key. East Columbus looking to set the offense. East Columbus with the ball around the horn. Really trying to drive the lane. Trying to draw that call, does not get it, turns the ball over. Nice transition basketball by South Columbus. Ball goes over from number 5, Taekwon Johnson, to number 11, Traquan Bellamy. You can't tell me they haven't practiced that a time or two.
Well, that's South Columbus's game plan. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to cause some turnovers and push the ball up the court.
Okay, our time right now, 2:45 to go in the first quarter. South Columbus leading 9-4. We're going to take a quick break.
And Judy Bowen of the Country Nursery are glad to bring you tonight's broadcast. Woodman of the World financial representative David Pless can advise you on your family's insurance and investment solutions. David may be reached at 207-8042. Woodman of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game.
Okay, we are back. 2:45 to go, first quarter. South Columbus with the lead, 9-4. East Columbus with the ball. Struggling to get the ball inbound. Quick hands by Traquan Bellamy. And I'll tell you, South Columbus once again with the steal. Bellamy backs the ball up, looking to run the offense. Shaquan Conyers with the ball. Conyers drives to the basket, drops the ball off. It's a little too hot to handle for Bellamy, and the ball's turned over.
Yeah, those big men got to know that Conyers is probably going to dish if the defense picks him up, so they got to be ready for that pass.
Nice pass by East Columbus, gets the ball over to the corner.
See Carson Ransom into the game for South Columbus. He's actually getting a lot more minutes now. Really good defensive player, too.
Nice inside play, gets the ball underneath. And that was number 3, DeMarcus Brown, getting a good inside position. Conyers with the ball once again. Like you said, the Ransom child gets some good minutes right now. Really shown the last couple of games for Brian Edwards that he's got that good offensive stroke. And I'll tell you, he did a fantastic job last week against a quality player.
Well, I talked to Coach Edwards at the first of the year, and Carson Ransom wasn't even in the conversation. And now he's talking about Carson Ransom getting, 8-9 minutes a game.
Ball kicked out by South Columbus. Quick hands on the interception. And that's number 2 missing the layup.
Oh, that hurts right there. East Columbus's coach is not going to be happy about missing that.
Ball kicked to the corner. 3!
You can always count on Riley Hewitt to come in and hit that 3 and get the crowd rolling here at South Columbus.
Like we talked about last week, Hewitt and a carry call, and it will be South Columbus ball.
Yes.
Like we talked about last week, Riley Hewitt, Ransom young man, great hustle, quality ball players. They're going to give you quality minutes off the bench, and you really need them, especially when you get close to tournament time.
Yeah, you feel good as a coach when you know you got a big man that can come in and give you some good minutes, and you got a pure shooting guard that can come in and give you some good minutes.
1:11 to go in the first quarter. South Columbus leading 12-6. Conyers with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Ball over to the corner. Kick back up to the top of the key. We have a screen call. It will be East Columbus ball, an illegal screen.
And that's the second illegal screen call there. Coach Edwards is probably trying to find out what they're doing wrong and probably wants to try to make an adjustment because you got to make the referees happy out there.
And you got to adjust to the way the game's being called.
And that's exactly right. And if they're going to call illegal screens, you got to tell your kids we got to make an adjustment.
All right, 57.1 seconds ago. 12-6 our score. South Columbus in the lead. Ball kicked over the corner. Great trap in the corner by South Columbus. East Columbus really struggling to get the ball out. Kicks the ball over to the left corner. Jumper no good. Rebounded by South.
Yeah, East Columbus probably weren't ready for that trap in the corner because South Columbus doesn't do it a lot, and they sort of sprung it on them there.
Ball underneath, loose. Picked up by East Columbus. East Columbus driving the ball.
That's the third time we've had dribble penetration by South Columbus and the ball carrier losing their feet and not having an outlet pass.
Good inside offensive rebound by East Columbus. Dribble, drives, penetrates, and gets the deuce. Nice play by number 5, TJ Barr.
Yeah, East Columbus slowing it down and getting the shot that they need to get.
Conyers dribble drives, gets the call, and he has a bucket at the buzzer. So our score at the end of 1. South Columbus 14, East Columbus 8. We're going to take a quick timeout to recognize some of our great sponsors here on 89.9 WZCO and across the great platform of social media by Columbus County Schools.
Restaurant. David Pless of Woodman of the World. Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne. Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative. Black's Tire and Auto Service. Jostens and Overby School Services. And Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations. A complete list of locations, products, and services can be found at blackstire.com. In Whiteville, Black's Tire and Auto Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0229.
Okay, we are back to start of quarter number 2. South Columbus leading 14-6. Brad Birds, of your East Columbus, how do you deal with this South Columbus pressure?
Well, you just got to keep your head up, and you got to work on what you've done in practice, and hopefully that what you've worked on in practice pays off in the game.
Okay, South Columbus with the ball. Bellamy dribble, trying to find an opening. Kicks the ball over. 3, no good. South Columbus lucky to get the rebound. That gentleman legitimately probably about a half foot taller and just taps it right out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a design play out of the huddle from the quarter for Riley Hewitt to hit it at the top of the key, just a little bit off balance there.
South Columbus with the possession, kicks the ball over to the corner. That is a 2. Once again, that's a 2 for Avion Bellamy.
If you're Coach Brian Edwards, you're glad to see your guards start hitting some shots on the outside because they've struggled with them a little bit here the last couple of games.
Correction, Traquan Bellamy with the bucket and
also got the foul.
Well, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. East Columbus right now really struggling to get that inside game. They had a couple of possessions early in the ball game where they were able to get the ball in the low post, but really struggling to hit that inside shot.
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure out if they want to dribble penetrate, do they want to try to post up, or do they try to work it around. I think they're trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing to do for the defense that South Columbus is playing.
Graylin Daniels hits the front end. We have a 16-9 score, 7:23 to go.
Coach Skipper will figure it out, though. Coach Skipper's a really good coach. He'll see what South Columbus is doing, and he'll make adjustments to what South Columbus is doing defensively.
Circles in and out, and South Columbus with the rebound. Ball picked up by Hewitt. Hewitt brings the ball back up to the top of the key. Dangerous pass by Riley Hewitt. Tried to sidearm that thing, stolen by an East Columbus player.
East Columbus is going to try to put a lot of pressure on Riley Hewitt to try to make him make the turnover.
A lot of up and down, a lot of players on the floor right now, but no calls. East Columbus takes over possession, looking to drive the ball. Great underneath pass to number 2. Donovan Worley, and Worley with the easy bucket. – 16-11 our score, 6:38 to go.
I think Traquan Bellamy's on the bench. I think he's got 2. Coach Edwards don't want him to get that third in the first half.
South Columbus getting 2 and 3 shots. And they will go to the line. Looks like Zach McCoy is going to go to the line for, not Zach, I'm sorry. Yeah, Zach McCoy for South Columbus.
Zach's really worked on his free throws. Let's see if it pays off in the game. First one no good. Looks like his knees left him there. He's going to have to make an adjustment here for this one.
Tell me, what is the technique for good free throw shooting?
Well, you know that you're going to be a little bit winded, so you've actually got to bend your knees a little bit more and actually push up on the ball and just lay the ball in the front of the rim. That's what you want to do.
McCoy goes 0 for 2. East Columbus with the rebound and the possession. Ball kicked back up to the top of the key. Ball back up.
Trying the dribble penetration, but South Columbus comes up and plays real good defense on that.
Conyers looks to drive the lane, throws an off-balance shot up. He won't get the hoop, but he will get the harm.
Didn't get him up top, but I believe he got him down low at the body. That's why they called that foul there.
And I'll tell you, folks, we do apologize. We don't have some numbers for some of these East Columbus kids. We want to make sure we give them the credit they deserve. But like I said, if we missed your name, we do apologize. Once again, McCoy to the line. Correction, that's Conyers. Not sure what the delay is at this point.
I think a couple of more ticks went off the clock than what the referees like, so they maybe told him to put a couple more seconds left on the clock.
First one rims in and out. South Columbus making some substitutions.
Coach Edwards knows that free throws is going to be big, and he's worked on them, and he's stressed to his team that free throws are very important. I think that's 3 in a row free throws missed there for South Columbus.
We had that conversation last week. South really hit their free throws at the end of the ballgame, and it turned out to be the difference with a 1-point win.
That's exactly right, and it's going to be the difference in this game if they can't convert another missed free throw. But a offensive rebound.
Kick back up to Conyers, top of the key. Conyers surveys court, looks to initiate the South Columbus offense. Conyers dribbles, drops the ball back off outside. Off balance, layup for 2. Number 5, Taekwon Johnson.
That's Bug. He's getting involved in the game again. I think that's 8 for Bug here now in the first half.
South Columbus with some streaky shooters. You don't want them to get hot. Jump shot up and no good. Rebound by East Columbus.
East Columbus has had a lot of shots that have gone down into the cylinder, and for some reason they've popped out. So
seems to be the same size as that girls' game, so you may be right. There might be a lid on that end of the court.
Yeah, maybe they need to check that rim tomorrow.
We have stopping possession. It does look like it's a 1-and-1 instead of an underneath. 5:21 to go in the second quarter. 18-11 our score.
You hate it that they blow the horn, and as soon as you let the ball leave your hand, you nail a 3, but it doesn't count for you.
Doesn't that always seem to happen? No.
That's heartbreaking.
Okay, number 3. DeMarcus Brown to the line for East Columbus on the 1-and-1.
This may be big that East Columbus is in the bonus early in the second period.
Brown's shot up, no good. Rebounded by South. Looks to hit the ball up in the person of Conyers.
Coach Skipper informed me that his team struggled a little bit from the free throw line also. So
Riley Hewitt for 3.
Guess who, Mr. Toman? Guess who?
I'll tell you, Riley Hewitt is not a young man you want to get hot, because when he starts stroking, there ain't no stopping him.
Coach Skipper's going to tell his guys, we've got to find Hewitt on the side. And the more he makes, the more confidence he gets.
And I'll tell you, reminds me of a player you had a couple of years ago here at South, Mackenzie Chestnut. One of those good, hard-nosed kids that can shoot the lights out of the ball.
Yeah, those kids, they grow up shooting basketball in the backyard, and they're really good at the fundamentals of shooting.
South Columbus got a little too aggressive on that trap underneath. We do have a foul, and it will be 1-on-1 once again for East Columbus. Number 2, Donovan Worley going to the line for the Gators.
You can't get better shooting a 3 playing PlayStation. You got to do that in the backyard.
Unfortunately, kids these days, and maybe I'm old fogey with this, but kids these days got to get out. They got to spend the gym time. The days of kids getting out and playing out in the parks and everything just seems to be going by the wayside. If you want to get better, you want to get your fundamentals better, you got to put the time in.
That's exactly right. There's a lot more things to do these days besides playing basketball, but it's a great sport, and if you can work on it, it can do good things for you.
Worley hits the first. Worley's second one up and good. 2 of 2 for Donovan Worley, and we are at a 21-13 score, 4:32 to go in the first half.
Coach Skipper's got to like his boys making 2 free throws.
Those are important. These are going to be key possessions, especially when we get down to the end of the first half to get East Columbus back in this ball game.
Anytime you can score points with the clock not running, that's always a positive for you.
Guess who?
There he goes.
Riley Hewitt for 3 once again. He has found the mark. He loves that corner.
Skipper's going to have to make an adjustment on Hewitt.
Ball kicked over to number 10. Ball slapped out of bounds by South Columbus. Good hustle play by the underneath of number 13, Carson Ransom.
Yeah, Ransom let these Columbus players sort of get in front of him on that rebound. The only thing that Ransom could do was to knock it out of bounds.
As I recall, he did leave a message for me this week, didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted to let you know that his name was not Mason, it was Carson. I said we'll try to do a little bit better next time.
Happens when you get older. I do apologize, Carson.
I told him that Mr. Tobin has made only 1 or 2 errors in his life, and that was one of them.
That might have been in a parallel dimension. But we do try to get these names right and the pronunciations right because we know it's important to these young men and young women to get recognized for their hard work. Conyers brings the ball up, kicks the ball over the corner. Ball kicked back to Conyers. South Columbus trying to push the ball in. Cross-court pass intercepted.
Yeah, South Columbus got a little lazy with the pass. Overhead passes from one side to another is going to get intercepted and go the other way for 2.
Donovan Worley heads up, saw that cross-court pass, jumped it, makes an easy layup. He figured he tried the other side this time.
Well, East Columbus got a man in his face there that time, and it threw him off a little bit, and that's what you got to do with him.
Offensive foul by East Columbus. Unfortunately, that looks like it's going to be on Donovan Worley.
Yeah, Coach Skipper's not agreeing with that call. He's asking the official what he saw.
I think you call that respectfully disagreeing.
I think the official there has warned the bench there at East Columbus.
And unfortunately, I think he said one too many words and he picks up a tech.
Yeah, I mean, you got to protect your players out there. If you think your players are not getting the calls that they should get, you got to step in and protect your players. And, he knows what he's doing. He's just trying to get his players pumped up right here. That's part of the game. I used to get technical fouls sometimes just to get my girls going, and we'll see if this pumps these Columbus boys up.
I'll tell you, we do remember you being awful fiery both on the volleyball court and on the softball field.
Well, yeah, back in the day when I was a little bit younger, I used to could work it a little bit, but as you get older, you sort of lose it a little bit. But I know exactly where Coach Skipper's coming from. He's saying that, boys, we got to get into it, and he wants to show his boys that he's aggressive, and he wants his boys to be aggressive.
Unfortunately, for South Columbus, Hewitt doesn't convert either free throw. However, they will get possession. 2:58 to go first half, 24-15 our score. South Columbus in the lead. Conyers brings the ball over to the left side of the floor, switches it back over to the right. Johnson kicks back over to Conyers, back over to Johnson. Johnson being trapped, kicks the ball back over to Conyers.
East Columbus does seem a little bit more aggressive here. Maybe that technical foul did give them a spark.
Hewitt drives the lane, rims in and out. Tries the ball score pass, intercepted.
Ransom's got to take that ball straight back up to the basket. Turnover leads to a 2 by East Columbus.
I'll tell you, that was number 1, DJ Williams, off-bounds shot, but it counts.
I feel the momentum swing a little bit, and that's what you wanted to happen with a technical foul. You wanted the momentum to change, and it seems like it's changing a little bit for East Columbus.
Is there ever such a thing as a smart technical?
Oh, yeah. As a coach, there is smart technicals. That's all the kinds of technicals I used to get except for that one time, and we won't talk about it.
A little too aggressive with the feet. Call for travel, and it will be South Columbus basketball. 24-17 our score, 1:55 to go in the first half.
Got 2 minutes left to go. The momentum swung. You want the momentum going into halftime. Whoever takes it here is going to have, the ups when it comes to the second half.
Ball kick back over to Conyers. Conyers looking to drive the lane, kicks the ball back over. Jump shot rims in and out. East Columbus basketball.
Yeah, South Columbus a little cold right now from the field.
But for all the world. Jump shot no good. Kick back over to the top of the key. Bench warning for the coach on South Columbus. So I think both coaches having a little bit too much to say.
Yeah, these officials seem to be listening to the bench a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but it's sort of slowing down the game a little bit.
I think you're East Columbus fan right now. You're looking for Brian Edwards to get attacked too.
Well, maybe Brian Edwards is trying to get his guys back into the flow a little bit.
Ball kicked back over the corner, brought back up to the top of the key. East Columbus moving the ball really well at this point. East Columbus looks maybe for the last shot.
Somebody wants to take this momentum going into the second half. One team's going to take it. I don't know who it'll be.
We do have a East Columbus foul. Looks like it's going to be South Columbus basketball. A little bit too aggressive on the rebound of the ball. 53.6 to go, 24-17 our score.
Yeah, Coach Skipper was hoping for a conversion that possession and just didn't get it from his boys.
If you're East Columbus right now, I think you're looking maybe to get a quick possession, maybe get the ball inbounds, cut this thing maybe to a 3 or 4 point lead.
Well, that's what you want to do. You got about a 7-point lead here for South Columbus. East Columbus would love to cut that below 5 going into the second half.
Key possessions right here for East Columbus. You can't let South Columbus get a 7 or 8 point, a 9 or 10 point lead going. And the question was on where the inbounds placement would be. South Columbus with the ball, 52 seconds to go in the first half. Conyers kicks the ball over to Tyquan Johnson. Johnson back to Conyers. Guess who? I'll tell you right now, Riley's feeling, and he's going to throw it up wherever he gets it at this point.
Yeah, that would have been big for South Columbus.
Offensive foul. Good defensive placement. Got his feet underneath him.
Well, you know what? South Columbus defender did a great job of selling that. The defender didn't look like he had his feet set, but made everything else look good, and the official saw it his way.
Sometimes it's important to sell a call.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think in the pros and college, I think they call that flopping.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good trick if you can use it.
Conyers being closely guarded, kicks the ball out. Conyers back up the ball at the top of the key, 15 seconds to go. Big set, Conyers wants to drive, throws the ball up, and it falls. East Columbus with a desperate push to get that ball up. Throws up a 3, does not fall. Our score at the end of one half. South Columbus 26, East Columbus 17. We'll be back in just a few minutes with an interview with Eddie Ravenel, East Columbus High School girls basketball coach. His first game back here at South Columbus, former alumni. We'll also talk about the keys to the second half. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. The Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant in Whiteville is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 until 9, Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 until 9. A lunch and dinner buffet is served daily. Seafood is on the buffet Friday and Saturday nights. Menu items include burgers, steaks, and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following: Carolina Sports Medicine with offices in Whiteville and Wilmington, First Bank of Tabor City and Whiteville, the Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, the Country Nursery, Regalwood Mutual Drug, E.W. Fomel & Son Farm and Garden Store, Bill Worley & Sons Construction, Joe's Barbecue Restaurant, David Pless of Woodman of the World, Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne, Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative, Black's Tire and Auto Service, Jostens and Overby School Services, and Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations. A complete list of locations, products, and services can be found at blackstire.com. In Whiteville, Black's Tire and Auto Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0229. Cape Fear Propane serves both commercial and residential customers. Their technicians install propane tanks and gas logs. They check for leaks and convert home appliances to propane. Cape Fear Propane provides an automatic delivery option and payment programs. In Whiteville, Cape Fear Propane is located at 140 Bitmore Road next to Black's Tire corporate office. More details about products and services are available at 642-4137. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. The Country Nursery in Whiteville carries trees and shrubs as well as garden essentials and lawn products for all seasons. The gift shop carries flags, bows, wreaths, and name brand t-shirts, along with collegiate and Carolina Panther merchandise. Mitchell and Judy Bowen of the Country Nursery are glad to bring you tonight's broadcast. Woodman of the World Financial Representative David Pless can advise you on your family's insurance and investment solutions. David may be reached at 207-8042. Woodman of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game. Women of the World, providing insurance and financial services since 1890. E.W. Fomel & Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fomel are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes...
Okay, we are back. Unfortunately, Ratty Ravenel feeling a little bit under the weather. Had to go home, and in his place, he recommended that we take Jeremiah Johnson, brand new principal this year at East Columbus High School. Coach Johnson, welcome. Have you enjoyed your first year here at Columbus County?
Oh, yeah. I love East. I love the Gators, and I love defending the swamp.
I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see him in any of our camera shots tonight, but he is very colorfully dressed. He is the fashion plate of the Columbus County principals.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Love the green and orange.
Talk to me a little bit about what's great that's going on at East Columbus right now.
Right now, the biggest thing we are working on is increasing our extracurricular activities. This includes increasing the number of student-led clubs. We've built in a club time during the school day. Students who have passing averages can attend clubs, and students that need extra help can stay back for remediation. We've introduced cinematography club, a Gator Nation club, photography club. We're going to kick off FCA this coming semester. And a lot of these clubs are student-driven and student-led.
Outstanding. A lot of good things going on at East Columbus. Tell us a little bit about your background, where you come from.
Prior to coming to East Columbus, I've been an assistant principal at Topsail High School for the past 5. I spent 10 years as an administrator at both the high school and central office level in Pender County. Prior to going into administration, I was a math teacher, high school math.
God bless you. You got a range of experiences.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we got coming down. Got a great ball game right now, a 9-point lead by South Columbus. Talk to me a little bit about East Columbus and what they got to do to get back in this ball game.
They got to play defense harder. They got a shooter over for South. He keeps hitting that corner, nailing them threes, and we got to start defending him a lot better.
I'll tell you right now, if you don't know Jeremiah Johnson, I've had the opportunity to get to know him on a personal and a professional level. He and I both are principals at the other end of the county. He's a very competitive man. He's like me. He wants to win everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
That's right. That's right. And we've got a great crop of athletes. We're building the programs at all levels, JV and varsity. We're looking at our middle schools and working with them and starting to build those relationships back up.
I understand. We do thank you for coming by. And sorry to put you on the spot.
No, that's good. That's good. You're good.
All righty. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 23 seconds at the start of the second half here on the Columbus County Network of Social Media and 89.9 WZCO.
Sunday, 10:30 until 9. A lunch and dinner buffet is served daily. Seafood is on the buffet Friday and Saturday nights. Menu items include burgers, steaks, and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following: Carolina Sports Medicine with offices in Whiteville and Wilmington, First Bank of Tabor City and Whiteville, the Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, The Country Nursery, Regalwood Mutual Drug, E.W. Fommel & Son Farm and Garden Store, Bill Worley & Sons Construction, Joe's Barbecue Restaurant, David Pless of Woodman of the World, Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne, Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative, Black's Tire and Auto Service, Jostens and Overby School Services, and Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire.
Okay, we are back. Brett Burris gathering up the statistics as we speak. We look to start the second half. East Columbus with possession, down 9 points to South Columbus, 26-17. Brett Burris, a little insight into the first half. Talk to me where we are with statistics.
Well, Riley Hewitt's got 9 points, leads South Columbus with 3 threes, and then Conyers has 7. South Columbus in a little bit of foul trouble with 3 of their starters with 2 fouls.
Jump shot up, no good. Rebound by East. Once again, they're able to control. East tries to bring the ball back in. Tap back out. It'll be South Columbus possession.
East Columbus trying to put some pressure on South Columbus a little bit.
Conyers kicks the ball to the corner. 3, no good.
I'm sure Brian Edwards is not happy about that shot. I mean, it was one pass down the court and trying to shoot a 3. He wants them to be a little bit more patient than that.
Want to keep in the flow of the offense. Number 2, Donovan Worley with the ball. Kicks the ball back over.
Wild
Inside
shot by East Columbus there, not the shot that Coach Skipper wanted him to take.
Both teams a little out of the flow on offense at this point.
Nice play by East Columbus there to get a tie up.
Good hands by that East Columbus defender. South Columbus wants to try to get the ball up. Did not reach, did not make the silly foul, and tie up gives us a South Columbus possession. Traquan Bellamy with the ball, kicks the ball over. On one of those cross-court passes, just got away from South again.
Yeah, that was another design play out of the huddle from Coach Brian Edwards, a 1-4 low, and the person taking the ball out of bounds goes to the opposite side for a shot in the corner.
Too many steps by Bellamy. I'll tell you right now, for South Columbus, I think the idea is you got to get in the flow. You don't want to just throw up the first shot you see. And right now they're just a little discombobulated.
Well, South Columbus has got to get into their rhythm of the game, and their rhythm of the game is dribble penetration, knock it out for the 3, and let's see if they get back into it.
Quick hands by South Columbus with the steal. Tries to get the ball up. He is fouled quickly before he can have a head of steam. Once again, foul's going to start to play factor. This, South Columbus's 3rd game this week, East Columbus's 2nd game.
Yeah, and East Columbus is a team, too, that's lost a lot of close games. I was talking to Coach Skipper. They actually beat Whitewood the other night, which is a big win for that program, and had Red Springs down to about the last minute and actually dropped it. And South Columbus has been about the same way.
Cross-court pass once again intercepted by East Columbus. Quick up, fadeaway jumper is good for 2. Conyers drops the ball off. Ball comes underneath, ball rims in and out. And it will be a South Columbus possession. I'll tell you something, Brett Burrs, if you're looking at it, South Columbus, where they're getting in trouble is that cross-court pass. They're getting too aggressive, and they're getting easy steals by East.
Yeah, South Columbus needs to stay away from that cross-court pass because that's always a negative in basketball. That 50% of the time is going to turn into a turnover.
Bellamy with the ball at the top of the key. Kicks over to Conyers. Back over to Bellamy once again. Ball kicked over. Underneath pass. A little too tall for Zach McCoy, and the ball will be turned over to the Gators.
I think Coach Brian Edwards asked his bench who was he throwing it to there. He didn't really understand who he wanted to go to in that situation.
I think you got it. You get up there and you get lose track of what you're doing.
Well, anytime you leave your feet, you've got to throw it somewhere.
Ball fake, the hoop, and the horn.
Brian Edwards, he's not happy with what's happened starting out this second half.
Looks like DeMarcus Brown going direction. That is Donovan Worley going to the line for East Columbus, looking to complete the 3-point play.
Carson Ransom checks in for Zach McCoy. I'm sure he told Ransom, we need to cool it down in there and, get back in our flow of the game.
Hits the 3-point play, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. South Columbus leading East Columbus 26-22, 5:15 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Brian Edwards' team needs a good possession here to try to keep that lead.
Ball kicked back over the corner. Too many steps. And Conyers turns the ball over to East Columbus. I'm looking at Brian Edwards, and he's getting a little frustrated. I think he might be calling for a timeout pretty soon.
Yeah, he's thinking about it right now. He's thinking about when he wants to use it. If East Columbus scores here, he may have to take one.
Once again, the ball's forced in. East Columbus a little out of control. Ball back over the right-hand side. South Columbus quick to trap. 3. Up and no good. Rebounded by South. Ball kicked up to Conyers. Looks to drive the lane. Throws that up a little bit. Not called. Conyers looking to drive the lane again, kicks the ball back up, and we have a travel call.
That's more steps by Conyers there.
Conyers really trying to be aggressive with the basketball. I think he's got to just calm himself down and get him back in the flow of the game.
Well, Conyers knows he's the leader of this team, and it means a lot to him. He's trying to get his boys pumped up. He's just trying to do a little bit too much right now with the basketball.
Worley with the ball, looking to set the offense. Kicked over to number 12. Way downtown.
Just as we called it, Coach Brian Edwards calls the timeout from the sideline. Doesn't like what he sees in this second half.
Fantastic 3-point goal by East Columbus in the person of number 10. Graylin Daniels playing a fantastic ball game tonight. And just like that, we've gone from a 9-point lead, and now they're down to a precarious 1.
Yeah, that's just that timeout's just to stop that momentum because all the mo was falling in East Columbus's direction, and Coach Edwards wanted to stop that avalanche of momentum.
Talk to me about what Brian Edwards is telling his boys in the huddle right now.
Well, he's saying, guys, hey, we think we're a better team than East Columbus is. We've already beat them twice. Let the game come to you. Don't try to do too much. Stay in East Columbus's face. Try to cause turnovers and, try to score off of those turnovers. But as long as East Columbus can set up and work the ball around and get a good shot, that's East Columbus's game.
Absolutely. Gets back to making the other team play what you want to play. Work to your strengths. Okay, 4:08 to go, third quarter. South Columbus leading East 26-25. What once was a 9-point halftime lead by South is now down to a precarious 1, and we got a lot of great basketball yet to be played.
Yeah, South Columbus, this is a big possession for them right here because East Columbus can take the lead if South Columbus can't convert right here.
South Columbus slowly bringing the ball to the floor. Ball kicked back over to Conyers on the right side. Conyers kicks the ball, tries to kick the ball. Tipped out of bounds by East Columbus. Will be South Columbus ball on the side. High pass corralled by Bellamy. Kicked over to Conyers. Back over to Traquan Bellamy. Bellamy up with a quick 2, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus.
Looks like South Columbus is dribbling a lot with their head looking in the floor, and that's not the way to score points with your head down.
East Columbus looking to bring the ball around, swings it to the left. Worley with the ball, brings it back out, looks to restart the offense.
East Columbus with a chance to take the lead here.
Ball kicked around the corner, kicked out to the side. Back up to Worley. Once again to the side. Worley trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's going to restart the offense once again.
East Columbus being really patient. That's really good for him.
Smart heads-up play by Worley as he throws up the head fake and the ball fake. Gets that South Columbus defender off his feet. Gets the hoop and the harm.
Well, we call that defense being rocked to sleep. That was ball movement. The defense fell asleep there, and good things happen for East Columbus when you put South Columbus to sleep.
Hoop and the harm. East Columbus now in the lead 27-26, pending this free throw.
See Riley Hewitt going up to the scorer's table. He wants the spark from Riley Hewitt. It's going to be big for Riley Hewitt to come in and cause a spark here for South Columbus.
Marcus Brown to the line, looking to hit the three-point play.
East Columbus looking to extend this lead here.
Misses the third, rebounded by South Columbus. I'll tell you right now, don't sleep on East Columbus. Despite what their record is, they played a lot of close ball games.
Hey, East Columbus is not thinking that they've lost 2 to South Columbus. They're thinking right here, we're coming in here, we're going to get this win.
East Columbus with the ball. Kicks the ball back up to the top of the key.
That's like South Columbus is in man. Once they get into the three-point line, they leave them alone when they're outside the three-point line.
Jump shot no good, rebounded by South Columbus. South looking to push the ball. Almost a double dribble, gets control back of it. Ball inside out. Drops the 3.
That's a big shot there by Bug in the corner.
I tell you, South Columbus has just always had those three-point shooters that can shoot the lights out of the ball.
East Columbus does a great job beating the pressure there.
Worley back at the other end with a quick deuce with the answer. And all of a sudden we got a tie score, 29-29.
Cross-court pass. 50% of the time, they're turnovers.
Donald Worley with the ball. Ball back over to the corner. Braylon Daniels kicks it back up to the corner. No good. Tell you, East Columbus very active right now.
Yeah, East Columbus is the aggressive team right now. East Columbus wants it out there, and they're showing it.
3 by Braylon Daniels. South Columbus ball, kicks it to the corner. Raindrop for 2.
Bug scored the last 5, which is awesome. South Columbus getting a spark from him.
Defender didn't know what to do. He had Hewitt sitting over there in the corner, and he knew he was going to get the ball and drain that 3. So he got caught in the middle, and it was a quick rainbow layup for 2. 1:14 to go, third quarter. Our score, East Columbus 32, South Columbus 31.
East Columbus was knocking the ball out of the way when the ball went through the hoop, and that's the way they could set up their press, and referee sort of caught them on it.
Quick steal by South Columbus. Ball kicked out to the corner. Rajon Graham's jumper up and no good. And unfortunately, East Columbus defender falls injured and rolls over, and it will be a turnover.
Yeah, even though the kid was injured there, the guy went to the floor, and the referee had to call a foul. Now, if the guy would have came up and said, "Mr. Ref, I got something in my eye," he might would have given him time out there. But when he falls to the floor, you got to call a walk there. The kid looks like he might have got poked in the eye there.
Unfortunately for that young man, we're going to get a quick timeout. We will see if we can get him some help, and we'll be back for the last minute 5 of the third quarter. East Columbus leading your South Columbus Stallions 32-31.
Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following.
Okay, in the interim, we have a technical foul called against, looks like the East Columbus coach. And he is not happy.
Well, Coach Skipper wasn't happy at halftime over the way the ball game was being called, and he felt that his kid right there was poked in the eye, and there something should have been called, and he didn't get a call, and he's protecting his players there.
Understandable in that situation, but you got to be careful in a situation like this, tight ball game. Minute 5 to go, third quarter.
Yeah. Well, that's actually 2 on Coach Skipper, so he'll probably have to leave the coaching floor. Maybe it'll be just called a disqualification instead of an ejection. We'll have to see, but, look like the coach there is just trying to protect his players.
Coach Skipper's still not buying it. Missed the first free throw, Taekwon Johnson.
Well, I think the referees understand that that coaches are there to protect players. I have no idea what was said out there on the floor.
Both shots rim in and out. It will be South Columbus possession, down 32-31 to East Columbus. Now, East Columbus, good program, good assistant coaches. Could this be a rallying cry for East Columbus to really pour on the gas at this point?
It could be. You never know. And I'm sure the boys are pumped up right now. Their coach has to go to the locker room, and they've been coached well, and they probably know what to do, and they probably want it for their coach right now.
Ball kicked back to Conyers. Conyers surveys the scene, decides not to go for 3. Pregame, Conyers drives to the middle of the floor. Jump 3 shot up, no good. Rebounded by South Columbus. Ball kicks back up to Conyers, top of the floor.
Big possession for South Columbus here. They need to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Conyers just inside the three-point line, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus, 26.6 to go. East Columbus looking to get the last shot.
Well, anytime you can get the last shot in the quarter and you're up, you're going to go for it.
Sweet little drive down the lane by number 10, Braylon Daniels. Daniels really picking up the offense in the second half. East Columbus fans want a foul on that and not getting it. However, our score at the end of 3 quarters, East Columbus 34, South Columbus 31.
Women of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game. Women of the World, providing insurance and financial services since 1890. E.W. Fumble and Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fumble are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast.
Okay, Brett Burris, 3/4 in the books. East Columbus nursing a 3-point lead. If you're East Columbus, what are you talking about? Your coach has just been ejected. What are you talking about in your huddle?
Hey, guys, just keep it going the way you did it this third quarter. I mean, we outscored South Columbus by 8 points in the third quarter. Let's do the same thing in the fourth quarter, and let's win this game.
East Columbus had a lot of experience about this. They've lost a lot of close ball games. I mean, now's the time if you're a growing team to learn how to win.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what South Columbus is going to do coming out of the huddle. Coach Edwards is trying to figure out what he can do to stop this bleeding because, you know, the bleeding's pretty bad right now.
Not sure what Brian Edwards is down there questioning, but we have an inbound play.
I think he's saying that the possession should have been his there.
East Columbus with the basketball, trying to drive the ball inside. Carry called on number 10. Braylon Daniels, and it will be South Columbus ball.
You know, I've seen a lot of calls here tonight that officials, you know, don't make a lot of times in high school basketball. That may be something that's frustrating the players and maybe the coaches.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing at this point in the season?
Well, I mean, if this crew traditionally calls those things, that's fine, you know, because they need to be consistent themselves. You know, they give officials things that they need to focus on. And
Daniels kicks the ball in the corner for 3.
That's going to be big for South Columbus there.
Rajon Graham, the 10th grader, with a big 3 for South Columbus, and we are tied up with 7:28 to go.
It's going to be an exciting 7.5 minutes here to try to finish this game.
Daniels to the left side, throws out the elbow, called by the official.
I think that may be the 4th, 5th illegal screen that teams have had tonight. Again, another call that you don't necessarily see, but this crew calls that, and these coaches have got to understand that this is what this crew is going to focus on.
These coaches and these kids, I mean, they've been pretty consistent with those calls all night long. Yeah. Ball kicked back to Conyers. Ball back over the corner. Great trap by that East Columbus defense forces Brian Edwards to call timeout.
Yeah, you love to have those timeouts in your back pocket in case something like that happens, because timeouts can turn into possessions here in the fourth quarter.
Brett Burrs, we talked about it a little bit at halftime, a little bit in the first half. South Columbus already in a little bit of foul trouble. East Columbus heading that direction. We got 7 minutes to go, tied at 34. Little things. You know, valued possessions and free throws are going to become key at this point in the game.
I checked the stat. First half, South Columbus 0 for 5 from the free throw line in the first half.
Precious points. We only have 34 in the boy by each team. You have to make these opportunities count. There's a limited number of possessions left in the ball game.
Well, the thing about it is you can't get those free throws back. You just tell you guys, hey, let's finish it out and try to hit those free throws here at the end of the game.
Ball kicked over, back over to Conyers. Conyers looks at 3, gives it back up. South Columbus working the ball corner to corner. Conyers drives the lane, throws it up, falls off the back corner. South Columbus with a foul, the East Columbus ball.
Yeah, that's not a foul that Coach Edwards wanted in that position. That just moves East Columbus closer to a 1-and-1.
You've already given up the rebound. Why give a foul up about 80 feet from the basket?
Yeah, you don't want to foul 80 feet from the basket. That's always a negative.
East Columbus with the ball, looking to survey the scene. Still tied 34-34. 6:32 to go. Ball kicked around to the corner. 3 is up. No good. Rebounded by South. South looking to push.
I think East Columbus wanted to foul on the three-point shooter there. You didn't get it.
Ball moving very quickly at this point. Kick back over the corner. Rajon Graham's shot is no good. Tipped out by South Columbus. There will be an East Columbus possession. 6:04 to go. Still tied 34-34.
Neither team can't buy a basket here in the last 2 minutes. First team that gets hot is probably the team that's going to pull this game out.
Like we talked about, possession is becoming very precious this time in the ball game. East Columbus with the ball, bringing the ball up the floor. Daniel surveying the scene. Puts the ball down the low corner. Worley shot up and out. No good. South Columbus with a rebound. Ball outlet and lets the ball bring the ball to the floor. Ball back up to the top of the key. Back over to Shaquan Conyers. Dangerous pass. Lost control of it. South Columbus got to get control of these passes. Conyers in and out. Tapped out, no good. Blocked out of bounds. Will be South Columbus ball. Good defensive good penetration by South Columbus, but you got to convert. You can't have those be empty possessions.
South Columbus wants that dribble penetration. The shots just have not been falling for Shaquan tonight. If he can find that basket, then it's going to be good for South Columbus. If he can't, East Columbus is probably going to be in the driver's seat here.
On the low block, good entry pass. And I'll tell you, Zach McCoy got slipped right inside, got a quick deuce.
Yeah, that's a design play. If they overplay on the inside, you go down to the low post, and that's exactly what happened.
Worley with the ball. Now East Columbus down 2. Ball kicked over to DeMarcus Brown. Back over to Worley. Jump shot no good. Layup no good, and it will be an East Columbus possession.
East Columbus would love to have a conversion here to tie this ball game up. They don't want South Columbus to get any kind of momentum.
East Columbus getting opportunities at the basketball, really needs to convert at this point.
And that's why the coach from East Columbus is calling timeout and going to talk about.
4:53 to go, fourth quarter. We got plenty of exciting basketball left to play. 36-34 South Columbus. Come on back for an exciting finish here on 89.9 WZCO.
30. Leon and Jake Fumble are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, personal and business loans. They also have digital banking that can be done on your smartphone, tablet, or personal computer. First Bank has been in business since 1935. First Bank is located at 102 East 5th Street in Tabor City and 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville. First Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Okay, Red Burris, Kevin Tone back for the exciting for the final 4:53 of this ball game. South Columbus leading 36-34. East Columbus with possession.
Looking to score from the out-of-bounds play. Did not find any kind of opening, so they're going to set up their offense here.
Important to be disciplined at this point in the ball game. East Columbus with great ball movement. Donovan Worley with the ball. Kicks the ball underneath.
Another instance of playing behind the big man and not denying the entry pass.
Marcus Brown, a big fellow, runs about 6'1", gets good low post position, and you can't give up an easy bucket like that.
Yeah, Coach Edwards does not like the idea of playing behind the big man. He wants to deny the big man. And I'm sure he'll tell Zach that.
First one, no good. Brown struggling a bit from the line tonight.
Yeah, both coaches told me that their team struggled from the line, and we're actually seeing that here.
Big offensive rebound. And I'll tell you, that's a big bucket if you're East Columbus by Donovan Worley. Gets the improvised position on the rebound and a quick layup, and we got a tie score once again.
We've talked about it all night long. Started with the girls' game, finishing with the boys' game. Offensive rebounds lead to points.
Right underneath. Entry pass.
That's a walk.
But unfortunately, too many steps, and you can't get too eager. Zach McCoy, the young man growing up with a ball player right in front of us, just too many steps.
That was a good call by the officials. He did take too many.
South very aggressive on the passing lanes right now. 3, no good. South Columbus with the rebound.
As I said, Kevin, the team that gets hot is the team that's going to pull this game out. Neither one of them got hot so far.
Momentum incredibly important at this point as we get inside 3.5 minutes.
I don't know if the guys are just tired or their shots are off. I just can't figure it out.
It's been a long week. Still got exams finished up this week. You also had a couple of ball games.
That's exactly, and I think it's showing right here in the fourth quarter for both teams.
Both these teams are out of legs.
Setting up at the top of the key, passes down to the low post. Got to move. Zach McCoy trying to play defense, but comes up with a foul. East Columbus still trying to attack that low block. South Columbus got to deny that entry pass.
And I'll tell you, it's something we've talked about again and again and again. He cannot play defense from behind on a big man.
That's exactly right. Like I said, Coach Edwards is going to address that. Coach Edwards watched film. He'll watch it all weekend, and he'll come back and give them boys a scouting report, tell them what they need to do.
Once again, 36-36, 3:14 to go. Free throws, uber critical at this point.
Yeah, you got to get a spark. I'd probably see Hewitt probably coming in to give some kind of spark here in a few minutes.
First one off the back rim.
And just
right on cue, Riley Hewitt checking in.
That's exactly right. I'm all in Coach Edwards' head.
That's a dangerous, dangerous comment to make you realize.
Well, hey, I've been around him long enough. I know how he coaches.
Hits the second, and we have a 37-36 lead by East Columbus, 3:13 to go in the fourth quarter. Conyers with the ball, looks to drive the lane. Unfortunately, not sure what we saw here.
I don't know either. I'm thinking it's on East Columbus.
Foul on 0 with the push. Kicks the ball all the way out to the top.
Illegal screen again.
Well, they're consistent with it. God bless them.
Yeah, they must have came into this game saying, guys, we're gonna focus on the illegal screen, and they sure have.
And these are fundamental things that coaches. You as a former coach, I remember you used to get very frustrated. Hustle mistakes you can tolerate, but mental mistakes really used to drive you crazy.
Yeah, things like that you do over and over. You've had 4 illegal screen calls, and you got to understand you got to set your feet on that screen. And that's 3 points wiped off the board too, because he hit the shot.
Ball back up to the top of the kick, kicked around to the left. Once again underneath.
South Columbus got away with one. They're playing behind the big man once again. Big man got the ball on the court, on the block, and just, dribbled it out of bounds.
Sometimes it helps to be a little bit lucky. Precious seconds ticking off the clock, 2:22 to go. Fourth quarter, East Columbus leading 37-36. South Columbus with the ball.
Well, 37-36 games playing right into East Columbus's type of ball game.
East Columbus looking to start, winning a couple of these close ball games as we get to the end as they make a playoff push. Conyers look to try that right corner. Throws up an off-balance shot, no good, but he does get harmed. Yeah, he will head to the line. 3
East Columbus people fell down on Conyers, and luckily he got the foul.
Sometimes you get lucky. Look for all the work at off-balance shot. If East Columbus maintains their feet, we're heading the other way.
Free throws coming into play here with 2 minutes left to go.
Conyers hits the first, and we're back tied again, 37-37.
That may be South Columbus's first free throw of the game, and that comes at a good time for them.
Free throw's going to be uber critical at this point. Misses the second. East Columbus rebound, and we are tied at 37, just under 2 to go.
Yeah, I think the toll of 3 games is starting to take effect on South Columbus now.
Worley kicks the ball around.
Played a good Fairmont team last night and had to come up and play a good East Columbus team tonight.
Big steal by Shaquan Conyers. Doesn't get the hoop, but he does get harmed. Shaquan Conyers with 1:34 to go, coming up with some big free throws for South Columbus.
Well, that's what you got to do with 1.5 minutes left on the clock. You got to get turnovers and you got to convert. We'll see if he can convert right here.
And this is where your senior leader does need to step up. Shaquan very big about taking ownership on himself. He's going to be really pushing himself to take over this game. Conyers with a big free throw hits the first. Avion Bellamy checks back in. Riley Hewitt checks back out for South.
That's probably a defensive substitution there for Brian Edwards.
It's the second big rebound by South Columbus. South looking to get the ball back up to the top of the key and extend this to a 3-point lead. Conyers looks to drive the lane. Dives, does not get the foul call, but South Columbus gets the rebound.
Another offensive rebound for South Columbus there.
Brian Edwards does not like the flow of the offense, so calls a quick timeout to get himself set for the last minute 22. Okay, let's talk about this. You're East Columbus, you're down by 1:22 to go. You don't have possession. How are you setting it up?
Well, the first thing you want to tell you guys is, guys, we do not want to foul. We don't want to put them on the line. We don't want to give them a chance to score with no time left on the clock. Just come up, play your regular offense. There's a chance that Brian Edwards may pull it out and slow it down. If they do that, coach has got to come up and say, hey, we got to be ready for them to slow down the ball game. Look maybe to foul within under a minute left in case South Columbus has got the lead. So you may see some fouls by East Columbus if South Columbus has the lead with a minute left.
If South does pull out the ball, when do you bring your men out if you're East Columbus?
Well, I'm going to play an aggressive offense, now. But if I can't get a turnover with probably about 50 seconds left, I'm going to start maybe, trying to go for an aggressive steal or maybe lead to a foul.
Okay, 1:22 to go. Big moments here. Plenty left to go. I mean, this is what you tuned in for tonight. Great high school basketball here on 89.9 WZCO. On the Columbus County Schools social media platforms. All the great folks that bring you high school basketball each week. The great kids at CCCA, Nikki Hobbs, Rod Likens. I'd like to thank Brett Burris for pitch hitting the last couple of weeks. Uh-oh. Apparently we had a tip because I think East Columbus was hoping for a backcourt call on that.
Yeah, evidently East Columbus did tip it because I know Shaquan did also touch it also. So they got a better view of what I have. South Columbus pulling it back, exactly what I thought he'd do.
South Columbus got to be very disciplined with the basketball right now. Moving screen call once again. He's been consistent with it all night. Number 21, Tyreek Long on the call. And I'll tell you, Brian Edwards, for all the world, don't agree with it.
Well, in that position, with a minute left to go in the game, that's not a call that you usually see. But like you said, Kevin, that call's been made all night, and evidently they're seeing something maybe the rest of us aren't seeing.
Well, here's the other problem we have right now. Brian Edwards is very upset. Got to be careful right now. Nursing a 1-point lead, 1 minute to go. I mean, you got to be smart in this situation. I mean, you want to give it to that official. I know it's in your heart to say something to him, but
well, you want the kids to decide the game. That's what it's about. Coaches shouldn't decide it. Referees shouldn't decide it. Kids should decide it. Not saying it was a bad call, but a call that's usually not made in that situation.
Worley with the ball, looking to drive the lane, kicks the ball back up. Off balance shot, no good. Rebounded by East Columbus. Ball lost out of bounds, and it will be East Columbus basketball.
Yeah, both teams in here wanting it bad. South Columbus is, with a 1-point advantage here, but East Columbus with the ball, could take the lead here in this possession.
36.9 to go. East Columbus down by 1. Major, opportunity to take the lead on this possession, but you got to be very smart with what you do.
South Columbus cannot foul. They've just got to play regular defense.
Worley with the ball. Closely guarded. Brings the ball back up. 23 to go. Worley looking to drive the lane. Throws up a jumper, no good. South Columbus rebound.
Probably a good no call by the officials there. Could have been a block, could have been a charge, but no call either way.
Quick foul by East Columbus. 11.4 to go. South Columbus with the basketball.
Well, Kevin, right here, they're going to the line. We've said several times free throws going to decide the game, and right here, these are big throws right here.
And Conyers has struggled from the line tonight.
He's hit the first one and missed the second one, so we'll see if he can adjust right here.
And I do believe that's 5 on Donovan Worley. And we got a timeout by East Columbus.
East Columbus coach trying to maybe ice the shooter here for a minute.
Okay, 11.4 to go. You're East Columbus. What do you call?
Well, it changes for if he makes free throws or not. Okay, so if he makes both of them, you've probably got to look 3 to tie. If he only makes one of them, then you can try to go down to a big man and try to get a 2 to take you to overtime. You hope that he misses all of them and you can come down and take the last shot to see if you can get the win.
Conversely, if you're South Columbus, you make the free throws, and you get, East Columbus gets the ball. Do you call a quick timeout and try and set your defense?
No, he's setting up his defense right now because he knows that he probably needs this timeout maybe later on if something occurs. He's telling them, boys, we will not foul. We're not going to put them on the line. He may pressure the ball a little bit to try to take some time off the clock, and hopefully, Coach Edwards will say, hey, we can take 5 seconds off the clock by pressuring and then play defense once they cross half court.
Okay. If you're South Columbus, you're really liking what you got right now. You have your senior leader on the line, shooting 2 big free throws, up by 1. If you're East Columbus, you have to have a play coming in that you know you're going to run, whether he makes it or he misses.
Yep. And I'm sure that South Columbus's coach, Edwards, has said, if Shaquan misses here, let's crash the boards. Let's get the rebound.
Conyers with the ball.
Crowd standing to its feet on this free throw.
Conyers makes the first big free throw. Big free throw here. Conyers can make this a 3-point game. Force East Columbus to shoot a 3. In and out. Rebounded by East Columbus. East Columbus with the ball, pushing it up the floor. Ball kicked back up. Number 10. 3! I'll tell you right now, that man got ice water in his veins.
That's exactly what you didn't want to happen for South Columbus. And I'm sure Coach Edwards said we got to defend the third. Hey, and South Columbus defended it as well as they possibly could. Just a kid turned around, threw it up, and, that ended the game.
40-39 our win. Coach Kibber back on the floor, and he is excited. Braylon Daniels, for all the world, threw that up from probably close to Clarendon, and it dropped. A big win by the East Columbus Gators.
Yeah, that was probably, I'm thinking that is one of the wins that Coach wanted there. He's lost a lot of close ones, and he feels good to get a close win.
That's a big program-building win if you're East Columbus. As you said, they've been a little snake bit the first half of the season. Finally turned the corner, got that big win in a close ball game.
Yeah, well, I really believe that the 3 games for this week took a toll for South Columbus here in the fourth quarter. South Columbus just sort of looked out of gas here in the fourth quarter, and playing 3 games in a week, it will take a toll.
Take nothing away from those South Columbus youngsters. They gave it everything they had to the very end. Just threw it up off balance, falling away, and just got it to fall. That's the shot that young man's going to remember the rest of his life.
Well, East Columbus did what they needed to do. Just hang around, and give yourself a chance to win a basketball game. As we said, free throws are very important. Shaquan, made the first one, missed the second one, and that gave East Columbus a chance to pull out the game, and that's exactly what happened.
Okay, 2 weeks in a row, 2 close ball games. 1-point game last week, 1-point game this week. I'll tell you right now, we're bringing you some exciting basketball here. Next week, we're going to be over in Gator Country in the Swamp as East Bladen travels to the pit to take on the East Columbus Gators. We're going to take a quick timeout, recognize some of our great sponsors, come back and wrap it all up here on 89.9 WZCO.
Steaks and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following: Carolina Sports Medicine with offices in Whiteville and Wilmington, First Bank of Tabor City and Whiteville, the Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, The Country Nursery, Regalwood Mutual Drug, EW.
Okay, Brett Burrows and Kevin Tone back to seal this one up. Fabulous ball game right to the very bitter end. Braylon Daniels with a shot he's going to remember for a long, long time. And I'll tell you something, if you're South Columbus right now, you're just hurting going into that locker room.
Well, you felt that's a game that you should win. You've already beat them twice, and you want to get this win to help you out in the standings. And East Columbus just comes in here with a lot of heart and, just pulls it from the mouth of the line, and that's all you can say about it.
Again, East Columbus, we talked about finally turning the corner and winning one of those close ball games, and that's really a program-building win.
Yeah, you'll see that East Columbus will feed off of this win. It'll probably carry into next week with the games they play. They've got a lot of confidence now. They beat a really good South Columbus team. South Columbus got to bounce back. That they've dropped 2 now in a row, and we'll see how South Columbus bounces back after a 2-game skid.
I'll tell you, keep tuning in. There's plenty of great basketball left to be played in the Three Rivers Conference. Next week, once again, we will be over in the swamp as East Columbus takes on East Bladen. 2 great basketball games, hopefully to be followed by a third. Brad Burris, Kevin Toman, look to see you next week. Here, we'd like to thank the great folks at CCCA, Rod Likens, Nikki Hobbs, Kelly Jones, Miss Alston. Fantastic crew of kids from CCCA, do a great job each and every week for us. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next weekend, this is Kevin Toman and Brett Burris wishing you a good night and a great weekend.
4137. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. The Country Nursery in Whiteville carries trees and shrubs as well as garden essentials and lawn products for all seasons. The gift shop carries flags, bows, wreaths, and name brand t-shirts along with collegiate and Carolina Panther merchandise. Mitchell and Judy Bowen of the Country Nursery are glad to bring you tonight's broadcast. Woodman of the World financial representative David Pless can advise you on your family's insurance and investment solutions. David may be reached at 207-8042. Woodman of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game. Woodman of the World, providing insurance and financial services since 1890. E.W. Fonville & Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fonville are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, personal and business loans. They also have digital banking that can be done on your smartphone, tablet, or personal computer. First Bank has been in business since 1935. First Bank is located at 102 East 5th Street in Tabor City and 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville. First Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC. Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. You can learn more about Long's insurance and retirement products at 640-5028. Joe's Barbecue has been serving Columbus and surrounding counties for over 50 years, serving a Southern cooking lunch buffet Monday through Saturday, a pig picking buffet on Friday and Saturday night, and a Sunday lunch buffet. Menu items include barbecue plates, chicken, pork chops, ribs, and Brunswick stew. Joe offers catering, and call-in orders to 642-3511 are accepted. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Riegelwood Mutual Drug. Riegelwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. The Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant in Whiteville is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 until 9, Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 until 9. A lunch and dinner buffet is served daily. Seafood is on the buffet Friday and Saturday nights. Menu items include burgers, steaks, and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley and Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following: Carolina Sports Medicine with offices in Whiteville and Wilmington, First Bank of Tabor City and Whiteville, the Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, the Country Nursery, Riegelwood Mutual Drug, E.W. Fonville & Son Farm and Garden Store, Bill Worley & Sons Construction, Joe's Barbecue Restaurant, David Pless of Woodman of the World, Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne, Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative, Black's Tire and Auto Service, Jostens and Overby School Services, and Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations. A complete list of locations, products, and services can be found at blackstire.com. In Whiteville, Black's Tire and Auto Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0229. Cape Fear Propane serves both commercial and residential customers. Their technicians install propane tanks and gas logs. They check for leaks and convert home appliances to propane. Cape Fear Propane provides an automatic delivery option and payment programs. In Whiteville, Cape Fear Propane is located at 140 Bitmore Road next to Black's Tire corporate office. More details about products and services are available at 642-4137. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. The Country Nursery in Whiteville carries trees and shrubs as well as garden essentials and lawn products for all seasons. The gift shop carries flags, bows, wreaths, and name brand t-shirts, along with collegiate and Carolina Panther merchandise. Mitchell and Judy Bowen of the Country Nursery are glad to bring you tonight's broadcast. Woodman of the World Financial Representative David Pless can advise you on your family's insurance and investment solutions. David may be reached at 207-8042. Woodman of the World and David Pless are happy to help serve the community by bringing you tonight's game. Women of the World, providing insurance and financial services since 1890. E.W. Fonville & Son Farm and Garden Store, 205 Hickman Road in downtown Tabor City, has been providing feed and farm supplies as well as garden products since 1951. They're open Monday through Saturday at 9 and close at 5, except on Saturdays when they shut down at 12:30. Leon and Jake Fonville are proud to support Columbus County High School sports broadcast. First Bank, located at 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville, provides financial products for both individuals and businesses. This includes checking and savings accounts, credit and debit cards, personal and business loans. They also have digital banking that can be done on your smartphone, tablet, or personal computer. First Bank has been in business since 1935. First Bank is located at 102 East 5th Street in Tabor City and 1104 North J.K. Powell Boulevard in Whiteville. First Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC. Coverage of tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is sponsored by Horace Mann Insurance Agent Revis Long, located at 820 South Madison Street in Whiteville. The Horace Mann Company's product offerings for educators include life, auto, and homeowners insurance, disability protection, and annuities. You can learn more about Long's insurance and retirement products at 640-5028. Joe's Barbecue has been serving Columbus and surrounding counties for over 50 years, serving a Southern cooking lunch buffet Monday through Saturday, a pig picking buffet on Friday and Saturday night, and a Sunday lunch buffet. Menu items include barbecue plates, chicken, pork chops, ribs, and Brunswick stew. Joe offers catering, and call-in orders to 642-3511 are accepted. Johnston's is the official class ring and graduation supplies provider for Columbus County Schools. A Johnston's representative will be visiting your school this fall. Johnston's product information is available at Overby office at johnston's.com or 910-675-3886. Overby School Services, Reginald Lewis, and Johnston's are proud to help sponsor tonight's CCCA sports broadcast. Tonight's game on 89.9 WZCO is brought to you by Sterling Kuntz and the employees of Tabor City Medicine Mart on South Main Street in Tabor City and Kuntz Medicine Mart, 112 East 7th Avenue in Chadbourne, providers of prescription medications and other home health care products. Tonight's game on WZCO is sponsored by Parks Thomas and the staff of Regalwood Mutual Drug. Regalwood Mutual Drug has been filling prescriptions, advising, and serving customers since 1989. Located just off Highway 7476 at the Columbus-Brunswick line. The Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant in Whiteville is open Tuesday through Friday, 11 until 9, Saturday and Sunday, 10:30 until 9. A lunch and dinner buffet is served daily. Seafood is on the buffet Friday and Saturday nights. Menu items include burgers, steaks, and chicken. Ice cream is included with each meal. Brandon Collins and the Southern Sizzler family are happy to help bring you tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast. Tonight's Columbus Career and College Academy sports broadcast on WZCO is brought to you by Bill Worley & Sons Construction. Bill, Chris, and Jason provide both new residential and commercial construction as well as remodeling. Sammy keeps them all in line. 653-5406. Tonight's Columbus County High School sports broadcast on 89.9 WZCO and WZCO.org is sponsored by the following: Carolina Sports Medicine with offices in Whiteville and Wilmington, First Bank of Tabor City and Whiteville, the Southern Sizzler Family Restaurant, The Country Nursery, Regalwood Mutual Drug, E.W. Fomel & Son Farm and Garden Store, Bill Worley & Sons Construction, Joe's Barbecue Restaurant, David Pless of Woodman of the World, Tabor City Medicine Mart and Kuntz Medicine Mart in Chadbourne, Revis Long, your local Horace Mann insurance representative, Black's Tire and Auto Service, Johnston's and Overby School Services, and Cape Fear Propane in Whiteville. Black's Tire and Auto Service has served North and South Carolina for over 85 years. In addition to 29 tire and 10 wheel brands, Black's offers air conditioning, brake, transmission, and exhaust repair. Routine automotive maintenance is also available at any of the 37 Black's North and South Carolina locations. A complete list of locations, products, and services can be found at blackstire.com. In Whiteville, Black's Tire and Auto Services is located at 1615 South Madison Street, 317-0229. Cape Fear Propane serves both commercial and residential customers. Their technicians install propane tanks and gas logs. They check for leaks and convert home appliances to propane. Cape Fear Propane provides an automatic delivery option and payment programs. In Whiteville, Cape Fear Propane is located at 140 Bitmore Road next to Black's Tire corporate office. More details about products and services are available at 642-4137. Tonight's game on WZCO 89.9 is sponsored by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Services, 1717 Shipyard Boulevard in Wilmington and McNeil Plaza in Whiteville. Hours of operation and patient information is available at carolinasportsmed.com. The Country Nursery in Whiteville carries trees and shrubs as well as garden essentials and lawn products for all seasons. The gift shop carries flags, bows, wreaths, and